I should be live. Alrighty.
Whoa.
Here we are. Whoa! Holy shit. 2 years of JGPanther YouTube?
That's like 730 days.
This is true. That's what I put in the description. Smile.
Yeah, that's why I said
That's
it.
why
That's why
you
I
said
saw
it.
the description.
I suppose we'll wait for some people to flood in. Real quick, real quick. See if I can get a good setup here. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to
Dude, this
the
is like
this yeah.
this is like 2 years.
This is like 2 years. Welcome to the 2 year anniversary celebration.
Bro was born after JGPanther.
2 whole years. It's actually kind of insane that it's been 2 years ago today. Yep, June 3rd, 2024. Except I have it cropped so you can't see that, but trust me.
Yeah.
June 3rd, 2024. That's when first JGPanther video launched. Whole lot of emoticons in chat.
It's also it's
don't
also
don't even.
Daniel's birthday.
No. We're not doing that.
Happy birthday, Daniel!
Happy birthday, Daniel! Did you really think I'd
You
let this
really
day
think
pass
I'd let this day
quietly?
pass quietly?
See if some other people can flood him before we start. I will just go ahead and preface. Today we're just gonna be taking a peek at my first ever video, giving a little bit of a director's commentary. I've got a lot that I want to say on it, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot that I think of when we're watching it. But I really want to take a look back at it because it's just crazy to think it's been 2 years to the day that I started this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got MJ the Shiny Hunter here as well, who made the who made the thumbnail for the video we're going to be watching. It was also a big part of its creation, actually, which we'll talk about as we get through it. So
I did that.
you did that. Let's take a peek. We'll wait like 5 minutes. Let it reach 8.
Yeah.
Just kind of chill. How was your day, MJ? I haven't talked to you in a few hours.
Pretty good. I mean, you were here for most of my day.
Shh, they can't know that.
I got Chick-fil-A for dinner.
That's awesome.
I ate homophobic chicken.
This is true.
With homophobic fries. Did you just say his name was Chicken?
Oh, we cannot just stim this entire stream. It's gonna be bad.
We can at the start.
We can at the start.
Did you just say his name was Chicken?
Did you say his name was Chicken? Spike? Who Who the hell is that? That's Spike. Spike? Who the hell is Spike?
Dude, that's an elite clip. Dude, when we start doing the thing that I can't say, but I think we're gonna talk about it in this video,
Mm-hmm.
it is just gonna be us stimming the whole time.
No, it totally is. It totally is.
Better let them get used to it now.
Get used to the stim nation. I'm low-key waiting for Unknown to type something because Unknown has been in literally all of my streams. I'm waiting for it to happen.
What if Unknown's busy today?
Oh no! That'd be unfortunate. I'll be human after all.
I'm also just I will be playing Pragmata during this. I'll be here. How many times have I seen this video? It's gotta be at least like 4.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not. I was about to make a very unfunny joke. As a side note, everyone here should play Pragmata because it's a good game.
Is it
Maybe
a good
not,
game?
Maybe not.
Is it a good game?
Yeah, maybe not for like $60. Like maybe when it's on a sale, cause like.
Yeah, maybe when your friend gets it for you for free.
Yeah. But I would say it's pretty good. It's kind of, I mean, it's Capcom, so it's not really like that much like Resident Evil in terms of like the gameplay, but in terms of like, it's a Capcom game like that, but I don't think it's nearly as replayable as Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot less open, it's more linear, but yeah, it's pretty good. Capcom has been cooking this year.
What else has Capcom done? Stories 3?
Stories 3.
Yeah.
Resident Evil Requiem.
Yeah.
They're putting out a new. I haven't played the series, but they're putting out a new Onimusha game later this year.
Oh. Never heard of that.
I've vaguely heard about it, but I'm not like super. I'm not super like into it. Obviously, I've never played any of the games, but I would wager that the Monster Hunter DLC is maybe not this year, maybe like early next year, but
yeah,
I think it's gonna get announced, in the next few days during all the events and stuff. It is kind of weird that it's been going on a year and a half at this point since Wilds came out, and we don't have any news on the expansion, at least from what I've seen. Maybe there was some sort of developer thing that I didn't see, but we haven't gotten like a trailer or anything.
With hundreds of
sorry, that was an ad. With hundreds of...
I believe you're getting ads on your own video. That's not peak.
Hey, money.
I feel like we can go ahead and start.
Yeah, we probably can. I'm just gonna go ahead and send a link out. I'm not gonna at anyone, but I'm gonna...
Where? Dweem.
No, in announcements and pick one.
Oh yeah.
See if people join. All right, yeah, we can go ahead and start. So, I mean, I really don't have much of. I really don't have much else to say other than director's commentary.
You go into like why you chose this to be like your first video, or like
That's true.
you know, what kind of like brought you to make it in the first place, or
That's also a good thing to kind of get into as I'm in the video.
that's true.
So we could just start. I think we should just start.
Okay.
Who's ready, guys? Movie night.
Me.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So I gotta talk about this. So that soundbite
Let me ask you a question.
of "Let me ask you a question." Now, "Let me ask you a question" has been my catchphrase. I open most videos with it. There's usually an exception, a reason why I don't open a video with "Let me ask you a question," but the status quo is that's what I open my videos with. And so that was not gonna be the case. That was not the plan originally. Actually, the reason why I started this video with the phrase "Let me ask you a question" is actually because of a Jax Films video. I don't know the actual video it was, but that he was talking about he basically he was doing this thing where he was like, watching like videos that are submitted to him and like giving constructive feedback, blah 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 blah. And one of the big things he said, he was watching one of his viewers' videos and he was like, I always love when videos open with a question. And so my initial thought, I didn't there was no rhyme or reason to me saying "let me ask you a question." I just wanted to open the video on a question, and that's just what I happened to do. And so back when I was making this original video, I was getting into the flow of editing, and so these first few minutes took me hours to get right because I was so rusty with editing. And so I was on call with MJ a lot of the time, right? And I guess I didn't have headphones in, but MJ could hear a lot of what I was editing. And so what MJ would hear would be like,
Let me ask you a question. What do you like? Let me ask you a question. What do you like about video games? Let me ask you a question. What do you like about video games? Is it the unique immersive quality? Let me ask you a question.
Is it the unique immersive quality?
What do you...
yeah, like it would just keep cutting off. And at a certain point, I forget exactly what you said, but you were like, stop playing the beginning of the video over and over again. And so the whole phrase of "let me ask you a question" kind of became a little bit of an inside joke in those few days of editing this video for the first time. And what I would do was, even when I was like down here, like I would be editing
towards the castle
or whatever, and then I would just randomly cut back to the beginning.
But without that
Wait, fuck. I would just randomly cut back to the beginning.
Let me ask you a question.
And just play it for no reason at all. Just to mess with MJ, because I thought it was really, really funny.
It became a bit.
And so, when I went to script my second video, which I started scripting before this video was out, I proposed to MJ. I was like, hey, you know what would be really, really funny? If I started every video with "let me ask you a question." And I remember we thought that was the funniest thing in the whole world at that time. Before I had released any videos, we were like, yes, because "let me ask you a question" was just this like inside joke between us. That specifically the soundbite, Hey, Alex, what's going on? We barely even started the video. But yeah, at the time, this soundbite
Let me ask you a question.
of like the first few seconds of Forest of Hope, and then just let me ask you a question. Like the specific tone of it.
Let me ask you a question.
We found that so funny. I literally have that as a sound on Discord. Hang on. Wait, no! My nitro ran out today! No!
No one can ask you a question.
Nobody. Oh, that is actually kind of crazy.
That's messed up.
So, yeah, so when I was going through the steps of like making JGPanther an actual channel, and I was thinking like, you know, I was thinking about this whole bit. Eventually, it sort of became less of a bit and more of like just a part of my identity. And I think as I've moved forward, let me ask you a question has become less of a joke and more of it represents my channel's like I think just kind of why did I say a wing pick in a split second? You'll see. You'll see. Have you ever watched this video, Alex? This is a good one. You're gonna get my director's commentary. No, I think like having a phrase like "let me ask you a question" is like my catchphrase is really good for my kind of style of video because I try and be very I try to add. I try to be very not informative, but like I try to raise questions. Like I try to get the audience to really think about the games they're playing, blah 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 blah. And so I think it's just kind of become a good catchphrase for me. But it's funny that that's how it started.
Let me ask you a question. What do you like about video games? Is it the unique, immersive
Is
quality
there any
of them?
story on that stock image?
Maybe it's a specific style of gameplay that captivates you.
Okay. So first of all,
Unique, immersive quality of them. What do you like about
the
video
unique
games?
immersive quality of them?
this I first of all I have no idea where this image came from. I literally just looked up somebody pointing at the screen and this is the first thing that popped up and I just
Games.
is it the unique immersive quality of them?
Maybe it's
This okay.
you like about video games. Is it the unique, immersive quality of them? Maybe it's a specific style of gameplay that captivates you.
Why do I sound so seductive when I say that?
You do kind of have to get into the YouTuber voice.
Maybe it's a specific style of gameplay. Like
Video games. Is it the unique?
Bro really
quality
like
of
that
them?
gameplay.
Maybe it's a specific style of gameplay that captivates you. Maybe you just enjoy
something
the
about the
world
delivery of
and
that.
story. Whatever it is, I guarantee if you look hard enough, you'll find a concrete reason why video games are captivating to
Hey,
you.
so what's this game
And
on
which
screen
one
that
specifically?
It is kind of funny. I started with Miitopia, but I kind of laid out these other games that I was interested in, especially at the time. And you know, I've done my Big Pikmin 1 video at this point, but I've not covered Persona yet, which is kind of surprising. I think there's just a lot to cover with that series. I'm not gonna get into it right now, but there will be a Persona video one day.
I do think that Persona, and like this is just for me, if I were to ever talk about Persona in an extended matter, it would not be on a specific game, except for maybe like Persona 6 when that comes out, or if I like really have something to say about Persona 4 Revival. But I feel like pretty much all the Persona games that are out now have already been like
they've been talked about to death. I want to make an extended video on Persona 3 at some point because of how much it means to me. But at the end
I want to make a video on specifically third semester and 5 Royal, but I am waiting until a certain time in my life to do that, and I don't know if I've told you about that, but
I don't think you have.
We can discuss that off stream because that's not a stream conversation.
Neato. Who's the second guy, by the way? He a bit quiet. Oh, I can
also move my mic closer to my face. I'm also playing a game in the background, so I'm a little bit.
I made the desktop audio like quieter to make the video quieter so you could hear our voices. I low-key forgot that the desktop audio was also tied to you. So let me...
Yeah, you could make
Yeah, I made the
YouTube
video.
and Discord like different
Yeah.
audio sources.
Okay, this should be better. No, but anyways, woohoo! Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about Persona one day, but it's kind of funny I used gameplay here, and then it's like, well, here's like my favorite game of all time, by the way. Okay, let's move on to Metopia.
Appeal to you. But
Yeah.
what if I told you there was a game out there that had a little something for everyone?
A game that
is so perfect. Okay, I'm gonna cut the crap. You know why you're here. Let's talk about the funny me game.
Freddy Fazbear.
Holy shit, it's Freddy Fazbear. Okay, I need to... Okay, first of all, it's a little too quiet.
So perfect game out there that had a little something for everyone.
This part.
A game that's so perfect. Okay,
You can hear me cut myself off. I had not mastered the art of the perfectly cut word yet, which is a bit that I use a lot. But you can like...
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't age well. Also, Freddy Fazbear and Joker screen, what in the Fortnite collab? Yeah! And, yeah, yeah, anyways, I also just zooming in on Freddy Fazbear was just an odd editing choice. It's something I used to do back in the day when I edited stuff. I would just like zoom in on a random thing whenever I was like doing a joke because I don't know, I didn't have anything else to do. And this was kind of a holdover from that era, I think. This is like the one and only time I've used that in the JGPanther era.
I'm gonna cut the crap. You know why you're here. Let's talk about the funny me game.
I love this part. I'm so proud of this part. Just allows you to post shit posts of memes. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, let's get this out of the way. Tomodachi Life is a great game, and I love that game equally. Okay? You got that? I'm not dissing our Lord and Savior, okay? Just because I like pancakes doesn't mean I hate waffles. I didn't f***ing say that. So
there's something.
I remember that bit.
What?
I said I remember that bit. I remember the waffles.
Yeah. I still like that joke. I think the biggest part about that joke nowadays that I can harp on is that was the beginning of something that I really wanted to be a trend in my channel that I just ended up not going with because it was way too much work. I had a thing where it was like every time I cursed, I would censor it out with a different sound effect. Nowadays, I pretty much just use the Pikmin sound effect. But as you'll see in this video, what I do is every individual curse uses a different sound effect, and each one is from one of the different games or franchises that I represent in my Metopia playthrough. And then in the next video, I censored a curse with like a sonic ring sound effect, and then I think I used like a Fortnite sound effect or something. Like I wanted to use like different sound effects for each curse because I thought it would be funny, but eventually you run out of ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is even something that got held over into, like, Biology of Grub Dog Family, where I used, like, Bulborb sounds to, censor the deaths there. Censor the deaths. Censor the curses with Bulborb, like, death sounds. But at a certain point, it kind of just became not exactly lucrative anymore, and it just was a lot easier to have like one specific go-to swear censor sound, which ended up being Pikmin, because that's just what my channel is more about now. And And I also had this thing.
Okay? Just because I like pancakes doesn't mean I hate waffles. I didn't say that.
I would put an image that corresponds to the sound on the screen for, like, the frame that I curse. Ended up getting rid of that. Kind of just made things too distracting. But you'll see the remnants of that era throughout this video, so...
So why am I specifically bringing up Miitopia? Well, that's for a variety of reasons.
Also, holy bad mic.
If you didn't know, Miitopia is a Nintendo-developed role-playing game released in 2017 for the Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah, having sensors
the
right
game
to the
was
top of the vid would make sense. Yeah, no, it does. It does.
Remastered for Nintendo Switch in 2021. The Switch version is what we're mainly going to be focusing on in this video, since it's the most accessible and popular version of the game. However,
I do have a
own
question.
both versions, and we'll be mentioning the different...
So, you mentioned Tomodachi Life,
Mm-hmm.
like, in the beginning, and how you like the games equally. How does living the dream factor into all this? I know you haven't, like, fully beaten it yet.
Yeah,
But you have played that game a lot.
I've
so
like
I'm just
40
curious.
solid hours into it. I think the makeup, the face paint feature is a really good replacement for makeup feature. I think the interactions in that game are really good. I think Miitopia still takes the cake for me personally, and obviously I explain why in this video, like why Miitopia means a lot to me, and it's very like, I don't want to say personal, but it's very like it's genuinely there's no reason for any average person to like Miitopia over Tomodachi Life. Like, let me just get that out of the way. Like, Tomodachi Life's probably the better game. But there's just things that, like, relate to me on an individual level that I really like about Miitopia. Living Dream is basically Miitopia type characterization plus Tomodachi Life in general. Yeah, pretty much. Also, no concert hall. Boo. And also, just generally, that game kind of gets a little repetitive, a little too fast for my liking. Different strokes, different folks. Yeah, no, for sure. It's mainly the story of Miitopia, which we'll get in, past me gets into. So, But yeah, that's a good question.
I also do have one more thing. I mean, maybe you're gonna get into this later, but you I know for your party for when this playthrough of the game, you were using basically like you wanted to have like all of the like big franchises you were into like covered.
Yeah.
With all the different characters. And I guess I was just wondering if, there was like something that you've gone into since then that you like would have included if you were to do it now.
Yeah, so I actually started a Miitopia Nuzlocke, not recently, but like a while back, and I used the same kind of thing of like one character per franchise, and so I definitely noticed myself doing different things. Like, for example, Love Bullet.
That's true.
Yeah, melting pot of franchises for sure. Miitopia, Tomodachi Life for different genres for different people and all. Yeah, exactly. No, but Love Bullet. For this game, I added Ralsei as as like the main healer in the Nuzlocke. And yeah, I never recorded anything. It was just something I was doing in my own time. This is not a Nuzlocke. What we're about to see. It was just something I was doing in my own time. I started it around the time the Switch 2 came out, so like a year ago.
It was. I think it was because of the Alpharad video. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, Alpharad was streaming Miitopia at the time, and it made me want to get back into it. But yeah, no, I mean, Love Bullet, I would probably go for, Deltarune for sure.
Yeah, because I feel like you were always into Deltarune, but it kind of took like chapters 3 and 4 coming out / me playing the games, or me playing the game and it being like now like my favorite game of all time.
Yeah. Well, the thing about
for
Deltarune,
you to really like,
I was really into it when Chapter 1 came out. When Chapter 2 of Deltarune came out, I was not on the internet. That wasn't during my like era of complete radio silence. And so I never played Chapter 2 or even knew anything about it until like a month before 3 and 4 came out, and then I got back into it heavy. So like,
yeah,
it's not that I wasn't always into Deltarune. because I was, but for a while there, all I had to base off was Chapter 1 when it first released.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Which, like, a lot of... Honestly, I'd say even like with chapters 3 and 4, I would say that, and this is completely off topic, but... Well, not completely, but, like, from the video we're watching.
Mhm.
But I feel like Chapter 2 gave a lot of Deltarune's, like, identity. Like, I feel like more than any other
yeah,
chapter,
absolutely.
like, even more than Chapter 1, like, Chapter, like, 2 really kind of, like, it initiated a lot of, like, the trends
Mhm.
of, like, things that kind of just happened in Chapter 1, where it was, like secret bosses and, like, you know, I mean, there was some things ended up not being trends, like freaking chess theory.
Yeah. But it also
But
established
yeah, I mean, like,
characters, and, like, it introduced...
That's
It
true.
gave characterization to a lot more just stuff generally. Also, like, the
Yeah.
first full chapter with Ralsei being actually, like, Ralsei.
That's true.
Like, the introduction of new characters that got fleshed out, also the fleshing out of the characters who were introduced, but let's be honest, were they? Because there's not a lot. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot that happens
Like
in Chapter 1.
like Noelle.
Well, Chapter 1 was about Susie not being an ass. Yeah, of course. Exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously, chess theory is still a thing. Yeah, no, I know. It...
How is chess theory still a thing?
In any case,
Yeah,
Well-
you put that in the chat. I'll read that later. We can move on, but
yeah,
I have not heard about that.
yeah, my point is, I mean, even when I was in middle school, like 8th grade, I remember distinctly, actually, somebody drew Spamton on the whiteboard, and somebody mentioned, like, oh, it's a character from a game called Deltarune, and, like, my ears perked up, and I was like, wait, that's still around? And I was like, oh, wait, have they released any more chapters? Because it had been years, because I was, like, off of the,
Yeah.
I was off the internet. And so, yeah, like...
Yeah.
By the time I got back on the internet, Deltarune wasn't the first thing on my mind. And so, it kind of came about with the reveal of Chapters 3 and 4 for their release date that got me back into, like, oh yeah, that Deltarune! And then, yeah, so now it's, like, one of my big interests. But, obviously, like, I had just been in a weird situation, but completely off topic.
Yeah, my bad.
No, it's all good, it's all good.
Differences between them as they come up. So, what's so special about this silly little Nintendo game? Well,
We have got to the point where literally anybody
Money!
can build a fully
Money!
working app without
Money!
knowing how to
Give me
code.
money!
This
Give me
is
money!
based-
Anyways.
Knight, Chapter 3.
the main
Church
appeal of
equals
Miitopia
bishop.
is that while it is an RPG
I
with a
mean,
set story, it's malleable enough that the player
I
has a lot of
suppose.
creativity in terms of making the game unique to them. Mainly because all of the characters in the game are Miis, which the player selects either from their system or
Such
from
is the
other
beauty of
players'
Spamton.
accounts. This allows for any character and any role to be played by anyone you want, whether that be an actual person or a fictional character. It's how you get interactions.
You can
such as
tell
Freddy
this was
Fazbear
before I
beating
got
the
a pop
absolute
filter.
shit out of a Minecraft villager.
Also, yeah,
The
there's
game get
another
interactions
example.
such as Freddy Fazbear beating the absolute shit out of a Minecraft villager. The game contextualized this through actors, essentially giving the player the role of director, being able to determine who plays what role in the story. The game even opens on a cute little curtain cinematic to imply the start of a play. What's great about this idea is how easy it is to jump right into it. You don't have to make the Miis if you don't want to. In fact, you can easily type in another player's access code and add any Miis they have saved to your game. Not just the ones that the player made either. Any Miis that they have received from other players will appear there too. I found tons of really well-made Miis that I've used in my most recent playthrough, and it just makes the game feel so much more lively. There's a fan-made Miitopia website called Miipedia, which has tons of access codes compiling
Villager on the
Miis
Middle
for
East is kind of
specific
thematic.
series and
Yeah.
creators. I've personally found and added hundreds of cool Miis to my game. If you want to check it out, my access code is 8CKY3G0.
Disclaimer, I don't think this one works
That
anymore.
also, yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't work anymore.
This
yeah,
does not
we
work,
found
'cause-
that out when Tomodachi Life came out.
Because for some reason, they just, like, turn off your access code after a bit, and you have to, like, reactivate it, and they give you a new one. And so all the ones in the description as well probably still don't work. I'm kind of just leaving it how it is, because, like, what? You want me to, like, update every single one like,
I mean, you could just put like a disclaimer or something
like in the
that
comments maybe.
they no longer work, or like in the description as like an edit next to the codes. Because like if someone really if someone watches a video and like really cares enough, is like, oh, I want to see those codes, they'll probably go to the description and then see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it'll be on the screen. I highly suggest looking at it if you're into JoJo's, Persona, Pikmin, Attack on Titan, or just gaming history in general. I found some really cool stuff. I'll also be leaving the access codes to the original...
Also, I do plug Mepedia, which is probably the best, because that's constantly updated. And Mepedia is also what they use for Living the Dream now. That's where people upload, like, tutorials. Like, they upload all the facial features. Since you can't share the Miis, there's, like, you can upload a
Yeah.
specific Mii and upload, like, you have to upload clear screenshots of all the different, components you used or whatever.
Creators of all these Miis in the description if you're interested. These well-made Miis were all possible by the makeup mechanic. This was added in the Switch version and adds so much more possibilities to Mii creation. And even better, it can be edited at any time. The 3DS version unfortunately does not have access to this feature.
Yeah,
and
no,
these
my
are
quality
instead
was
shared
bad.
through QR codes. As I'm sure you're aware,
Because
the main
some of
Mii
them
maker is
came
still
from, like,
incredibly
30-second
robust
clips
and
that
capable of making some
that I got from my phone. I transferred it onto my phone from the Switch, and then got there, and then some I got from a capture card.
amazing stuff with it, so don't feel deterred from playing the 3DS version if that's all you have access to. The creativity in Miitopia is an integral part of its identity. It is fundamentally a game you can shape the world of. I hear a lot of people say that you get out what you put into Miitopia, and while I see where they're coming from, Miitopia is just flat out a fun and robust game without the creative aspect. Plus, the effort you have to put into Miitopia to get a fun and creative world built is nearly negligible considering the most you have to do is think of what characters you want to include and then just search them up on Miipedia.
Oh, how times have changed.
What?
Just me saying that, like, hey, you know, just think of the characters you want, and other people have probably made them, and you can search up their access codes, and the fact that that's not a thing in Living the Dream.
Yeah.
Like, it makes so much of Living the Dream so not engaging because of that. But that's neither here nor there. I mean...
Okay, I do, because here's the thing, right? Like, obviously, I would prefer that Living the Dream has, like, a sharing thing, but honestly, like, I'm kind of looking at, like, the good side of it is, like, realistically, I'm not sure how many Miis I would have actually made if people could just share them.
Yeah.
Because,
true.
like, and I know this is a, like, Pokemon champions having limited Pokemon makes the meta more interesting statement, but like in a way, like it kind
Yeah,
of applies
I mean...
because it's like because you have to make the Miis yourself, even if they might not look like as perfect as someone else's, like you feel more connected to them, and I really like that part about Living the Dream, to be honest.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but for me, it also got me because I had 50 Miis planned going in, and I was able to make 35 before, like, I have not played that game in weeks. And if Living Dream had sharing, some people could make a lot of bad shit and throw it online. I mean, yeah, but people did that for Miitopia as well. Like, it doesn't change much of anything. I see where you're coming
Yeah,
from. But, like,
Nintendo is just really weird about that.
in any case, I got so fatigued from Mii creation because I just wanted to put my little characters in and watch them go wild, and eventually I kind of just stopped playing the game because of that, because I would take breaks in between Mii creation, and I would have Miis that are, like, they have had a kid at this point, and then there's, like, okay, well, I haven't added this character's, like, you know, best friend or whatever. Like, Gyro Zappelli is falling in love with me, and I haven't added Johnny Joestar yet, like... And I guess that's just a me thing, but it's also, like... I don't want to spend hours upon hours just making the Miis, so then I can finally play the game, like, a week later.
Yeah, I think that's why I kind of wish, and this is something that, like, I think I've mentioned to you before, but I kind of wish that progression in living the dream was a lot more, or I guess like I wish that there was more progression, I guess, let me say. Cause like in the beginning, it's like you have to do things to unlock the ability to create more Miis. And I personally think that if they had that, not for obviously for all like 70 Miis in the game, but like I do wish they had that like a little more in the game so that you would be like, I guess like you wouldn't have that kind of feeling where it's like, oh, I'm, you know, if I want stuff to happen, I kind of just have to create Miis, but I don't feel like creating Miis right now because I just want to see them interact. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I gotta hop back on Living the Dream, but I've just been so busy doing other stuff recently.
Yeah, I don't play it like every day or anything, but I try to play it like when I can. And it I try to just do like a little bit like every day when I can. I think it's kind of the way to play it. And that's kind of the thing I went with from the beginning. I think a lot of people just played so much of it right when it came out.
It's good for
And
artists, at
I'm
least. Yeah, I mean, I see where
I'm
you're
sure
coming
that
from. Sorry, continue.
I'm sure that experience of like rushing through everything at the very beginning probably did hurt some people's experience with the game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And, like, I see where you're coming from. It's good for artists, yeah. And, of course, like, in Miitopia, there were people who were artists who made a ton of, like, really crazy Miis, and they kind of just used Miitopia as, like, a Mii creation tool, and didn't really interact with the RPG, story stuff with it, which is perfectly fine. And that's great for artists, but it can still be good for artists, and they can still be allowed to share those Miis and have other people use them.
Yeah.
And, like, if you don't want to share it, you just don't have to share it. Like, in Miitopia, you can hide specific Miis from your access code. So you can put in the access code, and you'll see all the Miis that they let you see. Like, if you made one based on a real person, you can hide that one. Like, why it just would have been a lot more interesting if they, and honestly player friendly if that's how they went about it. And it's not like I'm coming up with some crazy hypothetical here, it's literally what they did for Miitopia. So it's just like, I don't know, man. In any case.
But without that aspect, I mentioned how Miitopia is a robust and interesting game on its own earlier. So why is that exactly? Miitopia is an RPG.
Is that
sentence alone has certain
Is
people
that another
pricking
Crap
their
Treasure
ears
music?
and others
It
running
is.
for their lives. But I honestly think the gameplay of Miitopia has enough depth to keep hardcore RPG fans invested.
I'm not gonna
while also being
I had
straight-
something to say about that, but I'm not gonna distract.
No, say it.
I was just gonna say, I mean, there's just like a little comment about like aggro grab. I feel like it wasn't oh, what game is this from? It's like, oh, what aggro crab game is this from?
Yeah.
Like that was my thought because like they're
It's
like
it's
they have a
Shellfish
distinct
Desires.
style.
It's Shellfish Desires.
Yeah.
From Another Crab's Treasure.
Like I
forward
knew
enough
instantly
that you don't
it was
necessarily have to
aggro
treat the
crab.
game as an RPG. Excluding certain parts of the post-game that are more focused on providing a traditional RPG fan a much more difficult experience, Miitopia takes aspect from life simulation games and RPGs. Where have I heard that one before? When I say
I would edit that differently nowadays, but I still love that joke.
That is pretty funny.
life simulation games, I mean specifically Tomodachi Life, which is the precursor to Miitopia. But Miitopia takes the mechanics of that game and applies them to your adventure and battle strategy. Each party member in Miitopia has a job, or essentially a class. The starting 6 jobs are Warrior, Thief, Pop Star, Cleric, Chef, and Mage. You can select 4 of these classes for each of the 4 Miis you use on your journey in the first area of the game, as well as the personality of each Mii, which are kind, energetic, laid-back, cool, airheaded, stubborn, and cautious. The combination of job and personality is integral to creating a great party member. A warrior is a damage behemoth, but needs support. A thief...
It's interesting how... Because I had not been into Yokai Watch for so long up until this point. For context, guys, I recently just 100%ed Yokai Watch. Like, I'm MJ and I are revisiting all of the Yokai Watch games right now, but at the time I made this video, it had been so long since I had interacted with the Yokai Watch. It's so interesting that I decided to use Jibanyan as one of the Miis on this, and I used freaking Uptown Springdale as a song in this video. Like, that's just interesting to me that I did that. Because, like, where did that come from? What little brainworm was still kicking around?
I don't know. I feel like it is like one of like the big series for us. I feel like even
Yeah.
when even though like recently we haven't been like playing as much of it, but
Yeah. It is just interesting. Like, yeah, 2024, I was still at least thinking about Yokai Watch, which is, I mean, like, yeah, that's really cool. I mean, it might have also been, like, I saw Jibanyan in an access code, and I went, ooh, wait, Yokai Watch, yeah, I should add that. And then I mainly used songs from the franchises I utilized, so, in the playthroughs, that's probably what it was, low-key. But, in any case.
Eve can hit multiple targets and set traps. A pop star can also hit multiple targets, but focuses more on support with its song attacks. A cleric is a great healer class, but lacks attack. A chef can both heal and attack, making that character incredibly adept, but can't master either the way a cleric or a warrior can. And a mage focuses heavily on magic attacks to both attack and provide support.
Oh, you can tell that was recorded on Switch 1.
Warrior can. And a mage focuses
Oh!
heavily on magic attacks to both attack and provide support. Mages are pretty unanimously agreed to be the best class by far. However, every job has a unique use, making all 6 of these worth having. But it's the personality traits that really make this system interesting. Each personality type has its strengths and weaknesses. For example, a cautious Mii may skip a turn once in a while, but can also one-shot enemies on rare occasions. A cool Mii can deal critical hits without show-off, as well as being able to stack the damage from show-off. We'll get to explaining that ability in a bit. However, a cool Mii may flat out refuse healing from a party member. Of course, certain traits are just flat out better than others. Particularly, cool Miis are the most advantageous from a gameplay standpoint, simply because they have very little drawbacks. Whereas airheaded Miis basically only have drawbacks, such as playing with the enemy, falling asleep in battle, and even attacking the wrong enemy. Now, while all these traits sound bad, they still have some good qualities, such as sleeping helping to regain HP, and playing with the enemy acting as a distraction. But even still, you can see which one of these would be better to pick for battle on paper. The difference is how you combine personality traits with jobs. For example, a cool thief or pop star allows for much more common critical hits that affect
God, the pop
every enemy
filter.
on
I
field,
needed a pop
leading to
filter. I
awesome moments
needed a
like
pop
this.
filter.
One of the more interesting combinations I've come across is the Stubborn Warrior. Warriors already tank hits very well, but a stubborn trait can make them block much more often and even survive with 1 HP after what would have been a KO. It essentially acts as a built-in support system for the warrior, making them incredibly powerful, even if the teammate's AI decide not to support the warrior for whatever reason. That's another thing though. Aside from the main character, who you select at the beginning of the game and is supposed to represent you,
I like how I slipped that in. How it's supposed to represent you. I like how I slipped that in early.
Teammates
just
act
based on
their
where I
There
know the
isn't
direction
any
of the
party
video is
control.
headed.
Even so, Miitopia uses its built-in systems to make this work, not only through the personality traits offering strategy when selecting the best combinations of team members, but also through the friendship mechanic. I mentioned earlier the ability Show Off. This is the only way a party member can deal a critical hit unless their personality trait is cool. The way you unlock this ability is through the friendship mechanic. By putting characters in the same room, using outing tickets, only in the Switch version, through random scenes while adventuring, or through
That's another part that I really I find fun. I have an ongoing bit of just like saying something and then going only in the Switch version.
jump tickets won in the roulette,
Only in the Switch version.
increase the friendship level between two Miis. Once they reach level 2, they can utilize Show Off. This allows a Mii to literally show off for the Mii they're friends with to deal extra damage. This, along with numerous other abilities, unlock as Miis become better friends with each other, and are a core part to successful battles. Miis are more likely to heal their friends, more damage is going to be dealt the more they praise each other in battle. Heck, Miis can even pitch in during another Mii's attack to deal extra damage if they're good enough friends with that Mii. You always want to be raising these levels between different Miis, until your team has everyone being great friends with everyone. This isn't even mentioning the fact that Miis can get into fights as well. Remember how I mentioned that a cool Mii can sometimes just flat out turn down healing? Well, that may cause the healer to become upset with them and cause a fight, which neutralizes the effects of their friendship until they can sort it out. Pop stars at a high enough level have an ability which allows them to instantly mend fights going on between two Miis on the team, which allows for even more strategy as to the best combination of personality, job, and friendship levels you want going into specific fights, even if the game essentially plays itself. Plus, you can pause the action at any time to move specific Miis with status effects to the safe spot, letting them be cured a bit faster, or you can utilize sprinkles, which let you heal your Miis, give them more MP, and even revive them, although you only get one life sprinkle per expedition, so you want to use it wisely. Later in the game, you unlock Hyper Sprinkles and Shield Sprinkles, which essentially make your Miis do much more damage and
I really don't have much to say on
shield
this.
them.
I will say something about like early
Future Impossible, Lenovo Legion.
JG
Parents of children
Panther
who play
Yeah.
Roblox.
was that a lot of the cuts
If
were
your
very
child was
like
sexually
infrequent.
exploited-
Like you
Oh, yeah.
you went on a lot of footage for like a long time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's definitely a problem I had.
Bet you're surprised by that one. Because of all these systems connecting with each other, you have an infinite amount of ways you can play Miitopia, whether you want to get super invested and build an unstoppable team, or you just want to make Peter Griffin an airheaded chef and see how many people he can piss off. I personally find Miitopia super investing because of this
I like that one. I like that joke.
combination of creativity
I
and
like
gameplay.
that one.
I like that
For the first
one.
area, I made a team consisting of Olimar from Pikmin as a kind chef, he's also my main character, Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as a cool pop star, Agent 8 from Splatoon as an energetic mage, and Monita from Nintendo Land as a stubborn warrior.
Still don't know why I added Monita. I can't even lie.
I tried to make pairings that fit the
Random tongue.
characters while also getting good combinations
Random
to make a great
tongue.
team. Although, I'll admit, the only reason I made Jotaro a pop star is because the base outfit for male pop stars reminds me of his outfit from the show. In the Switch version, Nintendo decided to add a horse, which you come across
Only in the Switch
near
version.
the end of the first area.
Oh, in the Switch
The
version.
horse isn't a party member despite how it may look. Rather, it has its own set of friendship level abilities that you can unlock with Miis as they spend time with the horse. Without those abilities, the horse does nothing.
Added
Rather,
for the vibes.
Added
sometimes
for
the
the
horse will
vibes.
help out during the turn of Miis it's friends with. So it really comes down to how you use outing tickets and room placements to establish how much the horse gets utilized by certain Miis. It's a cute addition, but as with the makeup, if all you have access to is the 3DS version, it's not so integral that you'd need to go out of your way to get the Switch version. But that's your call to make, not mine. I ended up designing the horse in this most recent playthrough after the
Oh, get ready, guys. Get ready.
puppy I adopted a few months back. Ripley! Isn't he just the cutest? Don't you just want to snuggle up with him and let your worries melt away? Oh, isn't he just a silly baby? Isn't he just the silliest? Isn't he just a silly little puppy? Oh, I love you, Ripley. I love you, Ripley. I just want to cuddle with you.
Oh,
You're the
yeah,
silly
this
boy.
part.
You're the
I
silly boy. He's the
remember
silliest baby of all time. I love you,
TS.
Ripley. I love you so much. He's so silly. He's so silly puppy. I love him. I love the silly puppy. He's so silly, silly, silly. He's such a silly, silly puppy. Here's something I'm actually saying. Why are you being so much into this? He's such a silly puppy. He's such a silly puppy. Ripley. He's such a puppy, puppy. He's a silly puppy, baby. Puppy, baby. What were we talking about again? Miitopia? Oh, yeah.
That, looking back, what was I doing? But also, at the same time, he's such a silly little guy. I love him so much.
Well, at that point, you didn't even have Ripley for a year.
Yeah.
Like he was very new
He was very new. He was...
at that point.
Yeah, it was... He was kind of... Actually, I mean, when I had initially started writing the script, this script was in development for a long time, because I didn't know if I actually wanted to make a YouTube channel. I was kind of just doing it for fun. So, I specifically wrote that part when it was like, I had only had him for a few months, but I adopted him in June of 2023. So, this was right before the 1 year, his 1 year of, his gotcha day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. But, yeah, I love him very
Gotcha.
much.
Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey, Rip. Hey, buddy.
Oh, who's a good boy. Oh, he's being so good letting me stream. Yeah. Oh, you're being so good. You're being so good laying down on your bed. and letting me do a live stream? Earlier today, you were not letting me play Crash Out Crew. You were not letting me. No. Anyways.
Earlier, I mentioned expeditions, so what are those? Well, at the end of each level,
What if there were, like,
people come
33 of
across an
them?
inn. The Mii's friendship
What?
levels will grow depending on which rooms they're placed in, and you'll be able to prepare before going back out on another outing. Sometimes, Mii's will have little interactions to slightly raise their friendship levels, encouraging you to move people around to find some of these scenes, as when one is available, you'll see a little thought bubble with the party member a Mii wants to go see. Otherwise, the menu option Check on the Team is used to move team members around. Other than that, you can go on an outing.
Also, you can kind of notice I was not like cutting around in my footage. I was kind of just using like extended snippets. So like you notice that like I'm talking about like, oh, sometimes Mii's can get into a fight with each other, and then I'm talking about I'm showing on screen Johto and Olimar getting into a fight, and then for the thought bubble thing, I just showed them making up from the same fight. Like I was like it's kind of just been going through like an extended like 2-hour segment of me playing, just kind of in order, with like minimal cuts. And like, yeah, I mean, I do relate to what I am saying in the script, but at the same time, I don't know, it's just you can definitely note it. I've improved a lot since this video. Like, there's things that I definitely would not do from an editing standpoint nowadays.
In the Switch version, to raise some friendship levels and see some funny scenes, there's Eat Grub, which allows you to feed Mii's the food you find in levels to raise certain stats. There's Spend Gold, which allows you to buy new weapons and armor for the party, as well as healing items. And, of course, there's the arcade.
Woo! Yeah, baby!
Here, we can use arcade tickets found throughout the levels to play both the roulette and rock, paper, scissors. You'll never guess what you do in rock, paper, scissors.
That's right,
That's right, you
gambling.
gamble. It's a simple game where you keep playing rock, paper, scissors, and every time you
And
win,
for
you
some
get more
reason,
money.
I couldn't just get footage of me playing rock, paper, scissors. I guess I just hadn't done it, and when I got to this part in the video, and I was like already done getting footage, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get something from YouTube.
More gold. But if you lose, you don't get any of your earnings.
Yeah, I mean,
so
it
you
is
have
like
to
a
figure
pretty
out when is a
easy
good
thing
time
to get
tap
footage
out.
of, too.
The more interesting
Yeah.
option here is the roulette.
It's just the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, I mean, it's literally somebody else's me. Like, it kind of takes you out of it. But, what are you gonna do? That was me 2 years ago. I can bitch and moan about it all I want, but this is what I
I've
ended
changed.
up doing. Who can say if I have changed for the better? But since I made you. Anyways.
You have
You
been
can get
changed for
armor,
good. This
weapons,
video has
food,
changed you for
recovery
good.
items, and of
Yup.
course, our Lord and Savior, Jolly Jaunt's tickets. These are basically just outing tickets without the silly scenes. These actually are in the 3DS version and are, in my opinion, some of the best items in the game. Keep checking back on that roulette until you see a luxury Jolly Jaunt ticket available, taking up a good portion of the roulette, and then go crazy.
We're just gonna... Oh, shoot. Guys, look, Lego games got the laws.
You and Scott the Wash should collab.
Trust me, I've thought about it. If only, bro.
If you get a good roulette wheel and have tickets stocked up.
I had to skip that because I use a copyrighted song that that has since gotten this video claimed. Well, no, it actually
What
it
did
did.
you use?
I used that shit. And it was just a montage of
Huh?
me like
Oh, okay. Oh, I think yeah.
running in the 90s. It's like
Oh, yeah.
That shit. Anyways, point is, it didn't get this video claimed because when I got monetized, I guess they just didn't care enough about this one. But I made my best of 2024 video, and I included that as one of the clips, and that got that video demonetized. And I was like,
Oh no.
So it is kind of crazy how much they switch up on you, but that's why I just skip
You,
past that part.
It's absolutely insane. Finally,
Okay, yeah,
they're
yeah.
set out. This allows you to go into another level with everyone's HP and
See, and
MP
I'm not
reset,
even
as well as your
showing-
sprinkles. Once you clear the first area, you actually lose all your party members, and you have to pick a new class for your main character.
Oh, so you can hear Ripley in the background.
Miitopia has 3 main areas.
Yeah,
where
the
you can
little,
create
like,
3 separate
jingles.
teams
Yeah.
in each, before the game flat out gives you all 9 of your team members back, allowing you to mix and match the people on the team to try and make a good combo. This is kinda cheap, but I understand that Nintendo wanted to ease players into the idea of the friendship mechanic with multiple 4-person parties, rather than throwing you into a whole system where you have to worry about... hang on. 55 different relationships! Still, it's a
Holy
bit
Mike
silly
P.
how you
Yeah.
build up a team for a whole area, only for you to not be able to see them again until... the 4th one, where you get everyone back. But once you have everyone back and the game becomes more open, you really start to see just how meaty the gameplay of Miitopia can actually be. Going into the second area, we have access to 3 new jobs: Cat, Imp, and Scientist. I'd say Scientist is the weakest out of the bunch in terms of offering something other classes don't, but both Imp and Cat have interesting skills that can be used effectively. Still, the main 6 jobs are the best. This time around, my team ended up being Olimar now as a Scientist, Joker from Persona 5 as a cool thief, Steve from
I do not know why I did that. I mean, like, kind of funny, but holy... my audio mixing was terrible.
Minecraft as a cautious cleric.
It's okay.
And
It's
finally,
part of the
Freddy
process.
Fazbear.
It's part of the process.
The
That's why we're
laid-back
looking back
kid.
at this.
Yeah, I went pretty crazy this
Yeah.
time around with creativity. I mean, you simply can't put Joker in the game without making him a cool thief. To make sure I use every class at a playthrough, I make the main character use the ones that are kinda useless before swapping them back to whatever I originally picked for them once Area 4 comes around.
Looking cool,
I honestly
Joker.
think Scientist and Princess are both jobs that barely offer much that another job can't, whereas Chefs are just overpowered, especially when you're able to control them. Speaking of the Princess class, for Area 3 and my final team, I ended up going with Olimar, now as a princess, the Armored Titan from Attack on Titan as an energetic tank,
I love this bit! I love this bit!
Jubanyan from Yokai Watch. Ripley, what are you doing over there? Jubanyan from Yokai Watch is a laid-back cat.
Ripley, what are you doing?
He was peeing on the floor.
That's what he was doing?
That's what he was doing.
Thank you, Ripley.
And here's the thing. That's the kind of joke that I look back on and I find funny because I know the context. Without the context,
Jubanyan from Yokai Watch. Ripley, what are you doing over there?
like, obviously, it's funny because I was just recording the voiceover and I had to immediately stop to take care of him. And I thought that was funny and I just included it. Nowadays, what I would probably edit that as is I would keep the audio in because I do still think it's funny, but I would have put, like, text on screen of, like, he was peeing and give it like a few extra seconds to, like, let the audience
He was
Um,
peeing.
like understand the bit before moving back into it. Still, like, be like a quick snappy thing, so it's like a kind of a out of nowhere joke, like it's meant to be. But in
Yeah.
this instance, it comes off as like, okay, that was just really
Energetic tank.
random. What was the point in that?
Jubanyan
Yeah.
from Yokai Watch. Ripley, what are you doing over there? Jubanyan from Yokai Watch is a laid-back cat. What a shocker. And finally, a winged pigeon.
Your
as
Honor,
an
he was
airheaded
peeing.
flower. Okay, come
Your
on.
Honor, he
Who
was
could resist making
peeing.
fun? Tanks are really useful members of the team. Despite what the name implies, tanks deal insane damage at the cost of not being super defensive themselves. They do have
I still don't know why they made it that. Why did they make it that way? Why did they
That
make...
is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
a guard ability much like warriors, but that unlocks at a pretty high level. It's important to have someone to support the tank such as a flower, the final job we get access to in the main game. Flowers are healers, much like clerics. The big difference is that while they focus mostly on healing, they have an attack that can hit multiple targets, much like a thief or a pop star. Otherwise, they're quite similar to clerics. Okay, now that the dream team is established, we've covered the gameplay mechanics, and we're approaching Area 4, what else is there to talk about? Oh boy, just you wait.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app. Sorry guys, I
Wow.
need to keep ads on because it makes me money.
Let's take a step
Also, why did I change font?
Oh boy, just you wait.
What was the point in that?
Bro changed. It would make sense if you changed it for each part,
Yeah, I
but I don't
think
think you do.
I think I kind. Do I? Hang on. Because I do. I don't know. We'll see. Because there's other parts to talk about.
Let's take a step back for a moment and look at the actual story of Miitopia, because I genuinely think it's really, really good. The game starts off with the exposition that the main villain of the game, the Dark Lord, is running around stealing
Also, this
people's
is my favorite
faces
part.
Not the
and
Beast
storing
of
them on
Bullet.
monsters. That's right, you can fight a goblin with Donald Trump's face on it, if you wanted to.
God, how that has aged.
I don't. It hasn't really aged.
No, but
It's just
wasn't
kinda
he
like-
wasn't he not president when I uploaded this? Oh no, he totally was. Wasn't
Yeah. No. He wasn't president yet.
He? Yeah.
But like, I don't think him becoming president has changed anything about that bit.
I mean, it doesn't change anything about that bit, but it's just like, man, back when I used to joke about him and be like, well, that's all behind us. Oh man.
Glad I
After
don't
picking
have
out
to
the
deal
main
with
character
that
and heading
anymore.
into the town of Greenhorn, we have an encounter with the man himself. Of course, we can select who we want the Dark Lord to be, so the Dark Lord Dio proceeds to steal the faces of the citizens of Greenhorn. Feels bad, man. Now, it's up to us to rescue them with the friends we make along the way. A pretty decent setup for a story, considering half the fun comes from what Miis you make, and how you divide them into roles. After meeting Jotaro and friends and saving all the faces from town, we tell the mayor SpongeBob that we gotta get into the castle of the kingdom to check on the king. When we get in-
I should have really upped the absurdity of it all. Like, I think that the monotone explanation of like, yeah, we tell the mayor SpongeBob. Like, I did think it was funny at the time, and to a certain extent, I do think it's funny. But I really should have
Yeah.
gone for more like, just talking like, just really play up the absurdity. Like, mention more me's that I put in more roles, and just be like, act like it's all normal. I don't know.
into the castle, we deal
Yeah.
with a goofy-ass love triangle, the dangers of capitalism, and of
Holy!
course-
Oh
Dude,
my
is that
god!
the guy from
it's the
Sonic
same-
Racing?
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna
Wait,
say.
do we put the photo up on stream? The one that we have together with Red?
If you have it, hold on.
I have it. It's on my phone.
If you can send it to me quickly, I will put it up on stream.
Okay, I'm finding it. That was gold.
Gem alert.
Excuse you. Yeah, it was right before the mini con, so it should be.
Guys, we have 4 concurrent
um,
viewers. Oh my goodness, that's so many people. Hi
Look, I sent it to you.
guys. You've done a face reveal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can put this up on stream. Yeah, dude.
Your
Oh,
Honor, he was peeing.
Your Honor, he was peeing.
Gem alert. The way that like those two emojis, I can tell exactly what image you're referencing. That's crazy. Gem alert. So for context, this is when we met up recently, and this is in my college dorm, and we were we were playing Sonic Racing Cross World. Why are we playing Sonic Racing Cross World?
We weren't actually. We were playing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. And then
Oh
for
yeah.
And then I was talking about like, hey, did you see that they're adding Red from Angry Birds to Sonic Racing Crossroads? And you were like, no, they're not. And then we booted it up.
Yeah,
just
this is
to
like-
see that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Dude, these are gonna be the moments
These are gonna be the
that we're gonna have.
We're just gonna. It's like a speck on the screen. Wait, that's peak.
Hasn't hold on the delay. If you look hard enough. But anyways, continue.
Yeah. Okay.
Love triangle, the dangers of capitalism, and of course, Mickey Mouse. That's the end of Area 1. I didn't want to go
Gem
into
alert!
explicit detail about every little thing that happens here because it's not super important. However, what I should mention is that it's in this area that we meet the Great Sage, who is essentially a mentor to the party throughout the game. After promptly making him Robert E.O. Speedwagon,
I
it's
did
about
so many
time I
JoJo
talked about
characters in
Area
this.
2. Once
It's
we
just-
make it
this
over
is, like,
here,
right after I
Dark Lord
watched
takes our
this
party
was-
members and seals away our powers.
Yeah, this is
Like I said
yeah.
earlier, this happens in every area until Area 4, unfortunately, and it's here that I want to stress something. Before I get into the full story of the game, I want to say that I think the story of Miitopia is better if you are spoiled on it, because then you can set certain Miis in certain parts, knowing what their story is going to be. However, if you would like to avoid spoilers, this is the time to check out. I'm going to be going pretty deep into the story and later into the post-game, so if you want to go in completely blind, click off the video now and come back.
I
once
do
you've
still
played the game.
think that
Alright,
going
for
into
those who are
Miitopia
brave enough and
spoiled
are
is
still
actually
here,
a good thing.
Let's get into it. After completing the first area, the
I
Dark
wouldn't
Lord
say that it's a
ransacks the Inward
good
Stone
thing. Like, I
and
wouldn't be
steals
like,
our
oh,
current
I
party,
think
as
it's
well as
better
removing
that
our
if you
character's
don't.
job.
I just
It's at
think
this point
it's
that we're
not.
picking
It's the
a
thing
job
where
for our
like,
little Olimar boy,
if you
and
get
I decided
spoiled
to
on,
go
it's not really a
scientist
big
this time
deal.
around.
And like in
It
any
really
ways,
is.
they're like
Area 2 is quite
you know.
similar to the first, with a few key differences.
There are
For
pros
one,
and
it
cons
takes
of getting
place in a
spoiled
desert
on it.
and is kind of an Aladdin ripoff. See, the main plot of the start of this area is this genie dude gets released from a lamp and has ransacked the main town of this kingdom, and it's up to us to seal him back in his lamp. The whole thing is
Oh,
very...
I'm about to drop
I
some
don't know how else to describe it.
elite ball
Arabian
knowledge.
Nights.
One in the
Oh, yeah.
kingdom
Twisted.
white.
Anyway, we
Anyways.
eventually
Was
find
this
the
you
evil
that I
genie
started watching that with? Like a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
of it?
I started. I
Like,
forced you
yeah.
to start watching Twisted. Twisted is good, guys.
I would like to watch it one of these days.
and Freddy
Was that the bite?
in a cave with a whole bunch of treasure he stole. Naturally, we torture him a bit before the game eventually forces us to take pity on him as he turns over a new leaf. We get back to the village and Dio is here to steal everyone's faces because of course he is. So the rest of the area is pretty standard fetch quest of gathering all the faces
Twisted
to
is
save the people
peak.
of the town. After that, we move on to Area 3. You know the drill by now, Olimar becomes a pretty princess and we summon a genocidal maniac to help him. This area is much more fantasy, with the town being full of elves and fairies, with a group called the Fab Fairies being the 3 people we need to unite to get past
Wait
the
a
area,
minute.
since it's explained that the magic they've placed on the town is keeping people
Wait a
out, as
minute.
well as keeping us
I
from
know
leaving.
those guys.
Of course, we make the Fab Fairies deep cut, and after rescuing Shiver, Dio is waiting for us beyond the magic seal. And of course, he steals a whole bunch of faces, cue fetch quest where Shiver tags along to help us out, we save the town, epic dance sequence, onto the actually good stuff now. Yeah, the first 3 areas of Miitopia are nothing too crazy. Basically, just supplying the player with 3 separate teams and 3 separate mini-adventures before throwing them into the deep end with all 10 characters and a whole-ass volcano to deal with. After entering Area 4 and being once again stripped of our friends, we wander into a little hollow where we
Yeah.
see Robertio Speedwagon! Yes, the
Oh.
Robertio
Robertio
Speedwagon.
Speedwagon. It wasn't a bad joke, but yeah, my mic did not like that one. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
my
okay,
mic was
though.
not a fan.
The Great Sage joins us on our little adventure. He explains that he found some of our friends without their faces and brought them into the hollow to keep them safe. The 3 characters the game gives us back are the last 3 we made for each team. Meaning here we got Winged Pikmin, Freddy Fazbear, and of course, Monita. The first face we find is Monita's, letting us finally reunite with
course.
her after like 3
course.
areas of absence. After that, we come across Frederick's facial features floating
Holy kill yourself!
No, okay, that
Me-
was
me-
kind of funny though.
Me telling past me to. Ugh.
I do think Frederick's facial features are pretty fun. I think that's a pretty funny one.
Yeah, you think?
I don't.
I
around.
think so.
We save him, then we find Winged Pikmin and we save her. Now that we have a party of 4, we can start to investigate the rest of the area and build our
God,
roster
the
up to
lag.
10. We get into the lava-ridden area Karkatun. Karkatun? Krakatoon? hang on.
Carcaton.
Crackaton.
After entering that place, our party gets split up, with Olimar, Monita, Speedwagon, and Ripley going in one direction, while Winged Pikmin and Freddy get stuck in another
Ripley.
area.
And
In the 3DS
Ripley's
version,
just
you
weird.
obviously don't have a horse, so the
And
party gets split in
Ripley.
two, with the Great Sage
And
also
Ripley,
tagging
don't
along
forget
with the
about
first
Ripley.
group. If they gave the horse to Team 2 to kind of split it up 3 and 3, you know, 2 characters and 1 bonus member, that would have been much more cool, honestly. It would have made things a lot more even, but whatever. Alas, that is not the case. It isn't a huge deal though, because when the group reconvenes, we get the boss fight of Cerberus, with the faces on it being all of our second party members, meaning here, we've got Agent 8, Jibanyan, and Steve unlocked after this boss fight. After this, the Great Sage Speedwagon leaves the party and we set off towards the castle. In the castle, the party is separated yet again. This time with one team having 4 members.
See, and
the
I'm
other
not
team
even
having
showing
3.
the
Olimar's
separation.
team finds
Like,
Joker, while Agent 8's team finds the armored
Yeah.
tiger. After the team meets up, we find Jotaro, and now our 10-person party is assembled. Finally, it's time to approach Dio. Get it? Approach? I'm so but not before we fight a giant-ass dragon. Once we beat it and remove the face from it, we learn that its name is Dominic. Dominic the Dragon. We stand. I honestly would have much rather the game let us choose the name of the dragon, considering everything else in this game is customizable. I always forget the name of this guy is Dominic because it's so unimportant. Literally, this giant-ass blue dragon goes up to us and says, "My name's Dominic," and is just used as a plot device for the rest of the game. Would have been cool if I could name him Cumbuster or something. Anyway, it's time to fight Dio.
That's crazy. I forgot about that. Dog.
I love that joke.
Of this boss fight.
We
Once you get
love
him down
that
to half
joke.
health, you start stealing the faces of your party members and putting them on imps. So not only do you have more enemies to worry about, but you have less party members to be effective until those enemies are defeated. It's not the hardest boss in the world. In fact, I'd say it's honestly quite easy. Hell, the game even jokes about this once you beat him, with the Great Sage just walking up to your party and going, "Did you just beat the Dark Lord? Pretty funny, huh? Wait, what the hell is that?"
The Planet
Holy
Fitness
audio
Black Card.
mixing.
Access any location, bring a friend
Guys, look,
anytime.
I'm
Planet
getting
and welcome to
Fitness.
Black Card
I'm getting
Spa.
money.
Your perfect domain is out there. Go to Wix and make it yours.
Your domain can be expanded.
Say that again. I'm just excited for us to get to the end of the story
Yeah, so it
section, because
turns
that's
out
when I
that
have a
Dio
lot
was
to
just
say.
some guy. The real Dark Lord was this blue
Yeah.
wispy-looking thing called the Dark Spirit. After being defeated, it attempts to take control of Olimar before Speedwagon jumps in the way and gets hit instead. This turns him into the Darker Lord. That's
I
right.
really should have played up the absurdity, because there are just moments that it's just like, what?
Yeah.
He tries to take over Olimar and hits Speedwagon instead. So, I mean, it's funny how, like, monotone it is, but, like...
The game is far from over. In fact, we've just reached around the halfway point. The Darker Lord flies off to do some evilness, and Dominic the Dragon offers to fly us around Metopia in order to find him. From here on out,
I do
the
think
dragon
Metopia is a
essentially
little
just fast
long.
travel, which is
the game, yeah.
Yeah.
The game, what the fuck else would it be?
The movie.
Like the story mode, I meant. Like, yeah, I mean... I guess.
Like, I just don't think the combat is, like, that deep to warrant it being such a long game, because it feels like the combat gets, like, really repetitive by the end.
Yeah, I mean, they introduced the final sprinkle to you pretty late game. And then once you have that, it's kind of just, like, nothing else gets added. But they drip feed enough to you that there's, like, enough new mechanics that are being added that it's, like, I guess, but, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's all up to you, but especially because if you don't focus on the friendship mechanic, the game gets so repetitive, but with the friendship mechanic, you get a lot more strategy. So, I mean...
extremely helpful. In order to figure out where Speedwagon
Yeah.
could possibly be, we go to the Traveler's Hub to gather information. What's awesome about the Traveler's Hub is the Miis that pop up here are taken from the Miis in your save game and or from popular Miis other creators have created. The problem with that second option is that only includes Miis made on the 3DS version, meaning that if you want to see cool, well-made Miis with the makeup feature, it's much more effective to just download the ones you like from access codes and let the game pick randomly from your save data. I like this feature since every time you enter the hub, the Miis hanging around are different, allowing you to see a whole lot more Miis than what you would hand-selected for the roles the game prompts you to pick. However, it definitely relies on you having hundreds of silly-looking Miis that you've downloaded, so when you're going through access codes, don't be afraid to download whatever looks cool, rather than handpicking Miis you know you'll use, because the game's gonna need a buffer. For 3DS players, you wouldn't have access to the makeup feature anyway, so just using the most popular Miis should work. Never mind. Yeah, I'm not sure how this feature works in the 3DS version now, but if it just flat out does not work anymore, then yeah, that really sucks, and maybe one of the bigger reasons you need to pick up the Switch version.
What instead of Judd,
The
it was
online
Chud.
server shutdown is fairly recent, and I haven't played the 3DS version of Miitopia in a while, so this is something I cannot comment on, unfortunately.
Yeah, have you seen that song
If any of you guys
on Reels?
know how this feature
Where
works
it's like,
now,
I'm a
please go ahead
Chud,
and
I'm a
comment,
Chud, I'm
and
a
I'll
fat
make sure to
little
heart it.
Chud.
Anyway,
Oh, I have,
the idea
yeah.
here is that we need to do
That was in my head
Traveler's Hub
today.
to gather information
Specifically when I was
about
going to
our
get
rewards.
Chick-fil-A because I
It's
genuinely
here
felt
that
like
we
a
get
Chud.
access to 3 new areas: Powdered Peaks, Peculia, and Nimbus. Each area has a little side quest to go on to gather more information. Powdered Peaks is a pretty standard snow area with nothing to write home about, and I love it! Yeah, I'm a huge sucker for snow levels in games. I don't know why.
Bro
I
loves
just
it.
think
And
the
I don't
aesthetics
even show
appeal to
the
me.
area.
Powdered Peaks is no
Ugh.
different. This is probably one of my favorite areas in the game, which is a shame because it, along with all 3 of the areas unlocked here, is only needed for side quests. Of course, certain side quests are required to progress, but counting just the required ones and not the optional missions, these 3 areas are extremely underutilized in the story. You sort of quickly visit them and then promptly move on. I feel like it would have been cool if these areas were expanded on and made into whole sections of the game, like Greenhorn Next Door, Realm of the Fae, and Karkaton. Yeah, that's how that's pronounced. Peculia is another great area with its whole theme being
JG
how
Blunder.
wacky it is. There are these random portals
JG
scattered around
Blunder.
the area that take you to mini areas based on previous environments. Pretty
Is
interesting,
Alex
but
still
nothing
here?
too crazy. Nimbus is unlocked after taking on the 3rd required
think
quest
Alex
in the
might have
Traveler's
dipped.
Hub and is a cloud area, which kinda reminds me of Heaven from Persona 4, honestly. This is a side tangent, but why does Dominic look
I
like
wonder
this
what it
in the
looks
Switch
like.
version? I assume his model would need
Yeah.
to be looked at on a 3DS screen, but it's weird that it wasn't updated. I mean, all the other models were, but weirdly this one still looks kinda ugly. In cutscenes he looks just fine, but on the world map at his fast travel points, he looks really ugly. I don't know how else to say it. I know I've been bashing him a lot, but I love this little dragon. He's great. Please don't hunt me down, Dominic the Dragon Fan Club. Anyways, we finally unlocked the next
Those
story
exist?
area, which is a
I guess.
skyscraper, and to enter we have to... Oh, god damn it! So we have to find 4 jewels to unlock the main door of the skyscraper. We can get each of these from new side quests in the Traveler's Hub, which lets us explore a bit of these new areas. This kind of highlights just how rudimentary they all are. Don't get me wrong, these are fun side quests and all. I like the robot-obsessed guy, and I especially like that my game decided to make him goddamn Foxy the Pirate Fox. But man, wouldn't it have been cool if we only had to
Wouldn't
collect
it have
2
been
jewels
cool
to
if it-
open the
if I
door, and
showed that
each jewel was
quest?
located at the end of these 2
That
areas?
would have been awesome.
I mean, Nimbus is already just a stepping stone to the skyscraper and isn't too underutilized thematically, but Powder Peaks and Peculia feel like they have so much potential. If they were just fleshed out a bit more, make them full-length areas and lock the jewels behind completing them, that way they get utilized beyond just being places to go
Yeah,
for side
weird,
quests.
inconsistent
I mean,
pause.
this ice cave is awesome in the way
Ugh.
it splits up your 10-person party, making you focus on 2 different 5-person teams
What the
that maybe
fuck-
hadn't
what was
had as much
that?
interaction before. It's a great idea. I love sections like this. But it's locked behind one of the 4 jewels.
Bro thought we
side
wouldn't
quests,
notice.
So it doesn't get much time to shine at all. Maybe I'm just butthurt because the snow area didn't get a lot of time to shine. I mean, when I say they should have expanded the areas, I'm mainly picturing a full-length Powder Peaks, and now that I think about it, I'm not sure Peculia would work as a full area, but still, man, I wish there was more here. The side quests are fine, pretty standard fetch quests involving whatever me has a problem they need solving, such as the likes of Jolene Cujo, the Beast Titan, and yet again, Foxy. Once we get all 4 jewels, however... ooh, baby, this is
Foxy.
when
I
it
wish
starts
he was
gushing
shown. I wish you
Yeah.
could have seen him.
Wish I could have seen him.
So we hop into the skyscraper and immediately see this creepy like dream environment. The Darker Lord immediately warns us
That's
that
just the
some
meme
old
music
friends
here.
are in the skyscraper.
Yeah.
Very soon we see what he means when we see Dio with his face stolen and put onto the Phantom of Evil, which is
I don't know,
basically a harder Dark Lord fight
This
without
video
the
did not
oops.
need to be an hour
Once we
long,
beat him
I
up,
think.
Dio is returned to a normal human once again.
I think a lot
He
of this
offers
is just
to join us in
me
the skyscraper as
just
he wants to make up
explaining
for the
what
trouble
happens.
he caused as the Dark Lord. From now on,
I think there
Dio
are
acts
really
as a guest
great
party
moments in
member.
this
He
video,
throws rocks as his
as we're
attack,
gonna
which
see,
deals a single
but
point of damage, and he can also give the party HP.
I think a
bananas,
lot
which
of the
is
story
much more
section was
helpful.
kind of just
Soon
like
after meeting up
explaining
with him,
plot
the
stuff that you
party
just
gets split
didn't
up again, and the
necessarily
first half
need
is
to include, but it doesn't like
designated to fight
ruin the
King and
video or
Princess
anything.
Yeah, no, it
Moonhorn,
doesn't.
as their faces have been
it's just-
stolen yet again.
I don't know,
The
it's
second
interesting
team
looking
fights the
back,
genie
it's like,
again. If you
yeah,
put pieces
nowadays I
together,
would
the
not
skyscraper
do
is sort
this
of
kind
a
of
boss
thing.
rush,
Like, I would
making
not
us fight harder versions of each
structure it
area boss
like
in the main
this.
game. This is, of course, capped off with the boss fight of the Fab Fairies. But before that, we get a little more exposition from the ex-Dark Lord. He says that the Dark Spirit took control of him while he was working in an HP banana factory. Wait, pause. A banana
Oh
factory?
yeah, this part's fun.
I just took this freaking graphic from CapCut. Like it was like the basic pause
No.
CapCut button. I could
didn't
have
even
just
know that.
I could have just looked up a freaking pause button graphic. I
Do
I
you
made a
make
lot of
them
weird
by
decisions.
hand? Are they not grown? Wouldn't that just be a banana orchard? Are bananas grown in orchards? Hang on. People often assume that the banana fruit grows on trees. However, the banana is a high herb which can grow up to 15 meters. There are over 1,000 different varieties, blah, blah, blah. Bananas are grown in tropical regions with high temperatures. Whatever. The point is they're grown, not produced. A banana factory? Are they made out of plastic in this universe? Have I been feeding my party members plastic? Hang on, Metopia Wiki to the rescue. HP bananas cost 100 gold and can be found in chests, yada yada yada. Oh, here we go. The ex-Dark Lord worked in an HP banana factory. Are you not going to elaborate? I mean, I guess you can grow bananas in a factory if that's what the factory is for, but he literally says he would make HP bananas, not grow them. In battle, he says, take this HP banana I made. Even if he meant he grew it, he couldn't have grown all these that fast. It's implied he's creating them on the spot. But how? It's a f***ing fruit. So, while working at this, job, he gets possessed by the Dark Spirit because he says he felt so angry and worthless. Huh. Interesting. Wonder if that theme will be coming back anytime soon. When we get to the top of the skyscraper, we part ways with Dio and finally
Yeah,
make
I mean
our
that was
way
a
to the
good
last
bit.
area
I
of
like
the
that
game.
bit.
Otherworld. Wow, I love
That was a
the
good bit.
aesthetic of this
I think it was
place. It's
maybe
so
a little
unique.
drawn
Wait,
out,
what's that
but
in the
it's
background?
okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. So the entire background of Otherworld is made up of the faces of Miis from around Metopia. On one hand, it's kinda neat to see all these different mouths and eyes and such in the Mii Maker plastered together to create a background. But on the other hand, holy shit, that's dark. Otherworld is pretty short overall, with only around 4 required levels and 2 optional ones, all of them culminating in the final battle against the Darker Lord. When we confront him, he gloats about his unstoppable power and how we might as well just give up. We of course accept the challenge and begin the final boss, as he transforms into his final form, using all of the faces of the Miis he has preyed upon throughout the game. It's at this point that
I should have doled out the music at this part.
The game tells us that he's so powerful that we need to use all 10 party members
I
to
don't
stop
know.
him.
It's like all this dark stuff is happening. It's just like
3
the
to attack the
Mii
right
theme.
hand, and 4 to attack the body.
There's also
The
just,
first
like-
6 we choose get to battle first and are able to beat the hands
There's just
pretty
so much I
easily.
could have cut out.
But that doesn't mean anything.
I don't know. I
As the
remember this
body
video from
of
the peak
once
moment that's
friendly
about to
great
happen.
sage absorbs the
Delicious
faces
pan.
of all the party members that were attacking the hands, and the true final fight begins.
There's only-
This is the Darkest Lord.
Oh, hey, Charles.
Yeah.
Guys,
What
this
are
is
you
the
wearing?
Darkest Lord.
Coach, Soho Stinker. Where you headed? Can we come with?
I'm actually running a little
No,
late.
Is it shoes first or is it the finishing touch?
Finishing touch.
Flower,
Whoa, you got a lot of sneakers.
Alright, but I like the hosting.
Do
kids want to work hard to
reach the pros?
Guys,
Or
Vocaloid.
to reach a races.
Vocaloid. I love this song. This is such a good song.
It's very loud.
Yeah, no, it's really loud.
Audio makes
Audio mixing is my passion.
Absol vlogs on video. No shade to Absol vlogs, by the way. But that's just something he does a lot,
The Darkest
especially for
Lord
like
uses our own party members
you know,
against
badge
us,
quests and stuff.
bringing the 6
Yeah.
not on the main team back as enemies. These are admittedly really easy to beat, but it's a great callback and mechanic for the final showdown. Speedwagon uses a multitude of attacks. He can inflict status ailments, hit multiple party members multiple times in one action. The works.
I low-key
He's a pretty tough
think I
fight,
scared
but
away
if
all
you know
the
how to use the
people
safe
who
spot
were
and
watching
sprinkles
the
effectively,
stream
it shouldn't be terrible.
from how bad
We
this
beat him,
video
and Great
is.
Sage is released from the curse. Releasing the
no,
Dark Spirit as it attempts to take control of all
it's
Lamar
not
yet
that
again.
bad. It
It's-
really
The
is.
Great
It's
Sage
really not
quickly
that
traps it in a
bad.
bubble and explains how it came to be.
This part, just get ready for
A long
this.
time ago, he was just a normal human, although he was very sad and lonely. Why does everyone ignore me? Please, anyone, just notice me.
I'm just gonna let this
Now I
whole.
see.
Why everyone's so mean to me?
What everyone's so mean? I'm just gonna let this whole thing play out, and then we're gonna talk about it at length.
It's this face of mine, this no-good, plain, boring face. And with that, he cast away his own face. He was rid of the thing he resented so badly. But without a face, how could he cling to existence? Before long, he had disappeared, leaving behind a soul full of hatred, malice, and envy. Hearing this, we get a choice. We can break the curse and destroy it forever, or we can save it. Sorry, I made a bit of a typo there in the script. What I meant to say was, there's only one option. If you choose to kill the Dark Spirit, get out of here. You're not welcome. The Great Sage explains that, to save it, we need to give it a face to attach to. And so, it's time to pick the last me. I looked far and wide, searching through access codes after access code, to find a me to fit the role. I had a few ideas, but nothing really hit me as perfect for the role. That's when it hit me. I knew exactly who the Dark Spirit was. It was the me I've been avoiding putting in this game this whole time. That me was, well, me. This whole playthrough, I've avoided putting myself into this game, hiding behind funny combinations of iconic characters from media I enjoy and laughing at the hilarious situation the game puts them in. But let's not forget how this game started. It asks for a me that represents yourself. The main character was meant to be you. In the 3DS version, when I played it all the way back in 2017, it was me. Video games have always been an escape
Boss
for me,
baby!
something to do that was past the monotony of everyday activity and boring existence. Without giving away too many personal details, I've always struggled with depression. In fact, I can't remember a time where I wasn't self-conscious about something. In games with a character creator, I always opt to make silly OCs or funny-looking abominations I made with the settings. I've never really been the type to put myself in a game.
Yeah, Hugh.
I'm not sure what came over me, but this time around, I really resonated with the
I
Dark
love that
Spirit
you
story.
showed yourself making it.
If it were possible, I'm not sure I can say with complete certainty that I wouldn't cast away
I
my
love
own
that
face.
detail.
I recently moved
Yeah, no, oh my god. And this... Hold on. It's like a...
I'm not sure I can say with complete certainty.
It's like one of those videos where it's like, I took a photo every day for 10 years.
No, but this right here, this is my profile picture. And we'll talk about it in just a moment, but like...
I'm not sure what came over me, but this time around, I really resonated with the Dark Spirit story. If it were possible, I'm not sure I can say with complete certainty that I wouldn't cast away my own face. I recently moved to a completely new state. I'm going to a completely new school,
music.
meeting completely new people, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel like an outsider. This isn't my home. These aren't my people. I'm not important here. I'm just a faceless, worthless, no good outsider. Why does everyone ignore me? Please, anyone, just notice me. It's time to stop running. I'm going to put myself in the world I created. I'm going to acknowledge my face. Miitopia is a lot of things. Repetitive, innovative, boring, hilarious, creative, and even somewhat derivative. But the story it brings forth is so in-depth that it can have an emotional impact with no personal connection. But even so, it leaves gaps that you have to fill in to make those moments all the more powerful. Most people aren't going to have the emotional revelation I had playing this silly little Nintendo game, but those that can be creative enough to forge their own meaningful experience out of Miitopia, no matter how in-depth, always leave the experience with a whole new outlook on the tale woven by this game. Even if all you're doing is making the Mii's silly little guys and random things from access codes, you still had a part in selecting those roles. That's what's important. The impact you make.
God damn it.
I'd bundle my home and auto and pick up the real victory. Savings.
So let's talk about this. So, there's a lot to say here. There's a lot to say here. And this is the main reason I wanted to look at this 2 years later, is to talk about this section. Let's just start at the beginning. So, putting myself as the Dark Spirit, I think was really important for me at the time. And I explain it in the video, but even nowadays, I think that spur-of-the-moment thing at like 1 a.m. when I was, beating this game.
At 1 a.m. when I was beating it.
Shut up!
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist that one.
And I made a me for
really
myself
resonated.
for the first time in years. And this is when I was just starting to make a YouTube channel. And I had no idea what I wanted my profile picture to be. I had no idea how I wanted to present myself on the internet because I don't like myself. And I guess just having this revelation and this moment where I could just be like, I need to acknowledge my own face. And the fact that I connected that to Miitopia, it was so surreal, I guess. Because I had been writing this script in the background, and I was like, I don't know if this is something that I really want to do. Like, I don't know if I'm actually writing a good script. I don't think this is actually turning out super crazy well.
Yeah.
But when I got to this moment, directly after beating the game, I wrote out this portion. And that's when I realized what I wanted to do with this video, and what I wanted to do with videos as a whole on this channel. I wanted to connect myself to video games. I wanted to get emotional. I wanted to say things that hadn't been said. And
with the Dark Spirit
I talk about emotions and junk.
Yeah, that's why I did that. Yeah, I talk about video games and emotions and junk.
I'm not sure.
And having this time lapse, the fact that I was recording, the fact that I did this on the spot. I made this me that has become so iconic to this channel. That I did this on the spot, and I have I had just direct footage from my capture card of just making this.
I can say with complete certainty.
I don't know.
that
It's
I
like
wouldn't cast away my own face.
there's a lot to say. And not enough time to say it. And I don't have the vocabulary at this direct moment in time to really explain exactly what this meant to me. But I think it's just such a huge part of this channel, especially because so many people who come across my channel nowadays, they've come across it from my Pikmin content. Pretty much nobody who watches my stuff actually knows about the origin of my profile picture. The fact that it's a direct screenshot from this video, from this moment, and that it's not just my me. It's an acknowledgement of myself. The fact that I was willing to put myself out on the internet for the first time in years. It's one of the big reasons why I've been so reluctant to change my profile picture. Is because of how much that moment connects to me. And it doesn't seem like there's many people watching this stream right now. I hope there's at least a few who are hearing this, who maybe hadn't seen this video before and are able to kind of get this now. Because this is a moment that I have yet to top, I think. I have done better than this video. I've made videos that are way better than this. But I have yet to top this moment in terms of pure emotion in my videos.
I can believe that. I think you've done a lot of other great things, but I do think that this is definitely one of the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially because of how personal I get.
I recently completely new school to a completely new state. I'm going to a completely new school. Meeting completely...
One of the big reasons why we're doing this on the 2-year anniversary and not the 1 year or the 3-year is because I specifically mentioned in this video how I just started going to a new school. A few weeks back, I just graduated from that school. And I have a lot to add to this. So I want to let past me talk.
And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like an outsider. This isn't my home. These aren't my people. I'm not important here. I'm just a faceless, worthless, no good outsider.
Yeah.
I'm going to acknowledge
I'm going to acknowledge my face. Blah, 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 blah. I don't feel like I belong here. I never did. And now that I've graduated, I just want to put this out on the internet and really just kind of be transparent that this was such a big turning point for me when I started to put myself out on the internet. And I'm trying to think of a good transition into this, but basically what I'm trying to say is after I had started my YouTube channel, a few months after this, but when I was starting my junior year, when I actually started to gain some sort of popularity, I was known in my school as the YouTube kid. I'm not even joking right now. At graduation a few weeks ago, this is something I haven't even told you, MJ. The senior class president...
Yeah, you don't know this.
The senior class president gave a speech where he was talking about all these amazing things our class has done. There are people who want to be this, who are doing this. And then he said, we even have one student who is a YouTuber, and a pretty successful one at that. Those were his exact words.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't think I'm that successful.
That's awesome.
But it caught me very off guard. I'm sorry if anybody who was in my class, who has now subscribed to me, is watching this or ends up watching the VOD and is hearing this, because this is not specifically directed at you. And it's not directed at anyone in specific, but I want to just put it out there that this feeling of never belonging never went away. I always felt like an outcast at that school. And even when I became the YouTube kid, just, you know, like, oh yeah, this kid's making money off of YouTube. Hey, you know, I'm not going to say my actual name, but hey, JG, how much money did you make this month from YouTube? And I would just like say it, and that's what they would be like tied up on. Once I started making money from it, and I mentioned that, that's what, especially because it was kind of a rich kid private school, so like, my big thing is, all these kids know I'm a YouTuber. All these kids know me for that. None of them have watched this first video. None of them know that I started this to get away from them. And that hits for me, man. It hurt to talk to these people about how well I'm doing on YouTube, knowing in the back of my mind, in every conversation, all I could think was, the only reason I'm successful is because of you people. Is because I felt so alone that I had to turn to making videos to even express myself, to express my frustration with this school, with feeling like I was so left out. And even when it seemed like I was getting included, it felt disingenuous because it came from my popularity on YouTube. Other than my very close friend group, who this does not apply to, the rest of my class, it felt like they only gave me attention after I started making money on YouTube. And I never had the heart to tell any of them that the only reason that happened was because I was trying to escape them. And there's something so ironic about that.
Yeah.
And so, hindsight being 2020, I can talk about this video going like, hey, I had this big moment where I was like, I'm going to a new school, I moved to a new state, I don't feel like I belong here. Now I can look back after graduating from that school and being like, yeah, past me was right. But it's also, it's interesting. Because without that school, I wouldn't have started this, and I wouldn't have formed this community. And so, I'm not blaming it for everything that went bad the past 2 years, or anything like that. But, it's interesting. Because I look back on it all, and I don't see an improvement. I just see a change. I see an improvement in my videos, but what I'm talking about is I never saw an improvement in my social life. In putting myself out there. I put myself out there on the internet, but that's all I really did. And I don't think they ever really paid attention to anything other than the fact that my numbers were going up. And they never even went up that high. But I guess it was just the highest they had seen, right? At least somebody they knew in real life. And I guess in a way, I was desperate for one of them to get curious one night and go watch through my videos and stumble upon this one and realize why I began it. Because I didn't have the heart to tell them. But I was waiting for somebody to realize and just approach me and really, I guess, ask if I was okay. I don't know. I don't know what I wanted. But now that I'm graduated, I wanted to talk about this during the anniversary live stream. Because now, it's over. I'm moving away from high school. And that's sad and that's scary, but it's also really great. It's more scary than sad, but you get what I mean. I'm glad to be moving on. I did make some great friends there, and I'm gonna miss them, and I'm still keeping in contact with them. But I'm glad to be moving on.
Yeah.
And she's probably never gonna see this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. JGPanther is the result of a breakup. When I moved to this new school, I got into a relationship. And I was genuinely in love. And when she broke up with me in like March, granted this came out in June, so this was a 3-month gap. I went down such a dark spiral. And I turned to writing this script to keep my mind off of it. And that alongside, she was the only real person I really connected with at that school. And now it felt like I had to avoid her. She still wanted to be friends. We're still great friends to this day, but I had to avoid her to keep myself from breaking down. And so I was alone again. And so, like, I don't know. I guess, in a sense, going into making this video, especially at the time I was making it, man, a lot was riding on me emotionally when I said
Just notice
this.
me. What important? This isn't my home. These aren't my people. I'm not important here. I'm just a faceless, worthless, no good outsider. Why does everyone ignore me? Please, anyone, just notice me. It's time to stop running. I'm going to put myself in the world I created. I'm going to acknowledge my face.
There's not much else to say there, man. I was going through a lot. A lot I didn't want to say on camera at the time, especially because I knew people were going to find this. And I still had to deal with another 2 years of that school. But now I can say it. And I don't have to feel ashamed.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
I mean, no, I didn't want to really like interrupt too much like during that. A lot of this, I've heard like a lot about already, obviously, like from, at the time and then the 2 years since, but I really, I do have a lot of, hope for the future in that, you can you're going to the same college that I've been at for a year now.
Correct.
And so I'm really looking forward to what you're like able to, I guess, like do now that, because I know like that, like, being at that school and not really feeling super comfortable there was like something that was like always affecting you, that I was hearing a lot about. And so I'm really glad that you're able to like move on from that now and be somewhere where you're, a bit more comfortable.
Yeah. And I just like, I really want to harp in on the whole, like, people knew me as the YouTube... Like, people didn't know me, just knew me as the YouTube kid.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, it's so ironic that the whole reason was to get away from to get away from them. That's why I started this. And then it evolved into, this amazing hobby where I could actually make money that could go back towards the hobby and form a community, start making a game. But to them, it was just, oh, look at your numbers. That's really cool. I'm going to start talking to you now.
Yeah.
And it was just, God, if only you saw where I started. If only you saw that, in a way, this is your fault. I don't know. And I'm imagining the faces of specific people when I'm saying that. I can't lie. But, yeah. And no disrespect to the senior class president who gave that speech. That was really heartfelt. If he somehow happens to come across this or somebody shows it to him, there is no disrespect towards you. You were such a great guy. I obviously understand that you went to that school for so long and you knew so many people and you really tried to include me. I was kind of like hiding in my own shell. And I'm glad I got to know you at least a little bit. And I'm so honored that you included me as part of that, because I remember sitting on that stage listening to your speech going like, yep, all these people doing all these things, like, and I don't know, me being in my head, I was like, yep, all these people doing all these things. I'm not a part of any of this. And then like you brought up the YouTube thing, and I'm like the me on screen right now. I was like, what?
Oh, what?
What? It caught me off guard. It caught me very off guard that was actually happening. That you were saying that. And so, if this ever reaches you, like, thank you. And then it's not directed at most individuals. There's definitely a few people that I can picture in my mind right now. I'm not gonna get into that, but like, you know who you are. And obviously, to my close friend group, if you guys ever end up seeing any of this, if this circulates, like, you know who you are. You're all amazing. I love all you guys. Yeah. That's about that. I had a lot to say. On this part. And it's why I wanted to do this. I don't want to say I had this planned since the beginning of the channel or anything, but for months, maybe even like shortly after the first year anniversary, I kind of figured that like, yeah, I'm gonna graduate like shortly before the 2-year anniversary of my channel, and I've kind of been planning this live stream for a while, so it's a little surreal to be here actually, but whatever the case, saying like I wanted to do this on the 2-year because it would be right after I graduated, and this would also be a good time now because I wanted to wait until this point before we said this. But yeah, I am moving out of high school, which means I'm going to college. And MJ mentioned we are going to the same college. So, do we want to announce it?
Yeah, I was just about to ask about that actually.
All right, should we? So, how should we say it?
Oh no, it's your channel, dog.
So MJ the Shiny Hunter. There's a link in the description on this live stream. You can go subscribe to the MJ the Shiny Hunter YouTube channel. And you know the JGPanther YouTube channel. We both make great videos, but what if we were like together making videos? Wouldn't that be awesome? Introducing the MJG YouTube channel. This would be where I would put like a logo or something, but I don't fucking have one of those.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
It's still in the early talking stages, but no, we plan, once we're in real life together, we plan to make collab videos and have a little second channel where we make more informal, like, let's play videos and stuff, kind of like in the style of Scott's Stash, if you guys watch Scott the Woz. This really seemed like a much more exciting announcement in my mind, low-key. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it's, like, cool.
It's I feel like it's less exciting because we don't really have anything to show for it at the moment, but trust.
Trust. This is what we were talking about earlier, like
Mario Party 10 and Raising Cane's.
Oh yeah, baby. It's just going to be stimming the channel. So like, if you like this more informal style of me just like kind of talking, and also MJ being here, you're gonna like that channel. So yeah, we should continue Also, I used
Yeah, it's been on this phase
Memories
for a
of You.
while.
Dear Lord. Yeah.
So, why? Why
Not
is
this
game so good
music
to me?
after all. of
Yeah,
that.
no, it's that should have been the end of the video.
It's bad.
That should have been the end of the video. There's still like 10 minutes left.
Something to do with the way all these elements mash together to make something truly special. It is some of the most unique ideas I've ever seen implemented into an RPG. Not to mention that they
See,
just
come on, I like
work.
RPGs, MJ.
The friendship mechanic
I
is
play
intuitive
Miitopia.
in gameplay, but also in creativity. The depth that the gameplay
I
dives
suppose,
into is one
companion.
thing, but it's even better when you consider the fact that you can make these characters literally anything you want. Freddy Fazbear can canonically be best friends with Jotaro Kujo. You can make your best friend into an overpowered god, or your cousin into the Dark Lord. Not to
I made my cousin the Dark Lord when I was a kid on the 3DS version.
mention how the Switch version has given an outlet for
What did your cousin do?
My cousin did not do anything. I'm not gonna say her actual name, but I am so sorry, by the way. Cause you are a great person. Yeah. I gotta text her after the stream and be like, did you know I made you the Dark Lord in Miitopia? She's like, what the fuck is Miitopia?
so many incredibly talented people to create Miis beyond anything you could in any previous games that included Miis.
I think I
Plus,
just had her on my
despite so
system as
much
a Mii
creativity,
from
the
like
game
Tomodachi
still
Life. Because
manages
I remember
to have
making
an
her in
amazing
Tomodachi
story
Life
on
as
its
well.
own. And it's
And I
that
was just kind of
creativity
putting
that
random
makes
stuff
the
in.
story work. Miitopia tells the story of people losing who they are, becoming soulless husks without any personality or individuality. Hey, that rhymed. The Dark Spirit is a metaphor for depression. That feeling of a worthless existence. Like you're not contributing anything to the world.
Also, the
Miitopia
Nintendo
is
music in the
about
background while I'm talking
importance
about this is
of
kind of
every
crazy.
single person on Earth.
Yeah.
It's saying that the answer to the question, why should I live, is the question itself. You should live for no other reason than that you get to. Make your own path. Be your own person. Don't blend into the crowd. Don't become faceless. Seeing that message represented by yourself, your favorite characters, or some crazy dumb-looking me that you created, emphasizes this idea even more. You exist to be uniquely you, because nobody else can claim to be that. Nobody else had the
What
same...
the fuck was that?
Be uniquely you, because
What?
nobody else can claim
You can hear my phone vibrating in the background!
idea even more.
Son.
You exist to be uniquely you, because nobody...
I recognize that fucking ringtone anywhere! Oh my god!
Nobody else can claim to be that. Nobody else
That's
had the same
wild.
Utopia
I
experience
never
that you
picked up
did.
on that.
That right there is why this game is special. Okay. The first game of
Yeah,
Utopia
yeah.
is pretty freaking awesome. First things first, we get access to 2 new classes.
What
And,
are
like,
we doing?
I didn't need to talk about the postgame. There's no
Vampire
reason.
and
There's no
elf.
reason.
Technically, you can get the vampire through a side quest in the Traveler's
Also,
Hub
I
during
did
the
do a
game,
different font for
but
everything.
since you can't make any new Miis past the original 10 until the postgame, I didn't mention it since, unless you want to change a Mii's class and have them start over completely, the vampire class won't really be used until the
I'm just gonna let it run. I'm gonna
You
go
get the
get
elf
more
class
water.
by getting to the end of the new optional area,
Son,
Elf
you
Isles,
ring.
just off the coast of Utopia. Both classes can be used to their heart's content, although neither of them are really great in my opinion. I see them at the
No,
top of a lot
I'm
of
just
Utopia
looking- I'm
class
just
tier
looking
lists
at
for some
Celine in the
reason, which I
chat.
just cannot wrap my head around. Maybe I just haven't used them enough. Why is
Oh.
Chef in C tier? Editor's note. That's a lie. Yeah, I think I would just play this game on 3DS a lot and then start a new file every time I beat the game, so I never really tried the elf and vampire classes. I mean, in this most recent playthrough, now that I've actually been going through the postgame for this review, I've realized just how good they are. So they are overpowered. So, my bad. Oops.
Yeah, it
I
is
sort
your
of have a
bad.
tradition in
Yeah,
Miitopia
it's
to
my
bring
bad,
back
and I
old
should be
characters
put
from
on
the story
a
to be
list
new
or
party
something, I don't
members,
know.
since I like to have a party member for every class. I made Dio a vampire because, come on. Vaporeon a princess because, come on. I made Mr. Peabody a scientist and then promptly never used him. And of course, finally, I changed Olimar into an elf since I see it at the top of all these tier lists and I want to see what's so dang good about it. The post-game consists of doing side quests in the Traveler's Hub, exploring the Galados Isles, and of course, New Lumos. This is the area to give true hardcore RPG fans a run for their money. Split up into 8 districts, we get to fight a bunch of really difficult bosses before capping off with a boss rush of all 8 of them in the Tower of Dread. This was the end of the game's 3DS version, capping off with Dark Sun, a reskinned Darkest Lord that's much more powerful. However, the Switch version gives the player access to the Tower of Despair, after completing the first tower, with all new boss fights to cap off the game. These are bonkers difficult. You'll need max level means and a good game plan going into this boss rush.
Yeah, no, the ringtone keeps playing.
Find the boss Snurp. You know, the weakest enemy type in the game. Here's a version of that enemy that can easily wipe out your whole party. Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As a veteran, I turn my skills from the service into a career.
Hey, I'm making money. Oh, that's like the title of the video.
Miitopia.
That's a bug on my monitor. Hold on.
It can be overly simplistic in its gameplay, and the start of the game
That's a bug
may
with
really
Flower
drag
White.
on. But what this game lacks, it makes up for in what it accomplishes to be. If a Miitopia movie was released, it would be the worst movie of all time. Because the medium of film can't capture what Miitopia was trying to be. Miitopia thrives on the idea that you created this world. You filled it with these characters. If everyone's Miitopia had the exact same Miis in the exact same roles, it wouldn't feel even a fraction as special. When you get to choose who that last Mii is, it feels monumental. Because you had a hand in that outcome. Miitopia is by no means a life-changing experience on the surface. Rather, it's subtle in its ability to make the player think. And the way Miitopia does this is something only a game would be able to do. Historically speaking, a masterpiece is defined as a piece of work by a craftsman accepted as qualification for membership of a guild as an acknowledged master. In the context of video games, we can think about a masterpiece as a game which established, and for the first time perfected, a style or an idea of a game. Think the original Mario Brothers, or the original Zelda. They are by no means the best Nintendo games, or even the best in their respective series. However, they established what platformers and adventure games would be and continue to be to this day.
I really like the
Modern
point I'm
example of
making
this
here.
Would be The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
As it did a similar thing to the game that started its series. It was genre-defining and industry-shaking, thus being considered by many to be a modern masterpiece. I mean, look at any open-world game after Breath of the Wild, and tell me it wasn't inspired by it. That game changed what it meant to be an open-world game. Miitopia may not seem like this at first glance. It's a pretty primitive RPG, and you don't see its mechanics becoming mainstays across the genre. But Miitopia isn't great because it shakes up its genre. It's great because it takes advantage of its medium in a way no other game has even attempted to do. I understand that I may be reading into this a bit much, and I get that Nintendo probably didn't make this game with the intent of it being considered a masterpiece by anyone. But I think Miitopia has the ability to encapsulate people in a way nothing else can. It shows a game that people can be affected by because they had a hand in its uniqueness to them. Call me crazy all you want, but to me, this is what makes Miitopia so great. The way gameplay and creativity blend together with an amazing overarching story to create a truly personalized and unique experience to the player.
Every copy of Miitopia is
That
personalized.
is what makes Miitopia a modern masterpiece.
Holy audio mixing.
Holy audio
But
mixing.
God, did I stick the fucking landing on this video?
I'm just seeing the image at the bottom of the screen.
No.
Hey everyone, thank you for making it to the end of this incredibly long video. Seriously.
It's
thank
really
you.
not
I
long
spent a very long
past
time on
me.
this. I've been scripting it for months, and
Try
for
a
a few weeks now.
try Beyond Discovery.
So, you know, my name is JGPanther. This is my YouTube channel. Obviously, this is my first video, so if you just stumbled across this, welcome. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm already working on another video right now, so hopefully that'll be up eventually.
Guys, it was up eventually.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll be up eventually.
Oh.
It's probably gonna take a bit. I'm gonna, you know, chill after making this giant video. But yeah, if you randomly stumbled across this video, stay tuned. If you liked this, there's more on the way.
Holy audio mixing.
Also, I just want to give a huge shout out to MJ the Shiny Hunter.
That's you!
I did
been
that.
It's just been with me through this entire journey. I was originally going to upload this video on that channel, just as a one-time thing, because this was a big passion project of mine, making this big video about Metopia, but, you know, MJ just pushed me to get into YouTube and really express myself creatively, so
And thank you for that, by the way. Thank you. Thank you so much for pushing me to do that, because this has been amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Forming this community has genuinely been one of the most, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? The most satisfying moments of my life, like experiences of my life. I don't know, just building a community like this. It's just been, I'm glad I've gotten this opportunity. Yeah. It's nothing crazy, but like, it really hit me, and here's something that some of you guys in chat might not know. Somebody recognized me in real life that one time. That's when it really hit me that I was like, oh, I'm like forming a community. Like, it's still really small, by all means necessary, but when I got hit with the, are you JGPanther? That was it's only happened once. And granted, the guy was like a huge Pikmin fan, so he was like, I've only watched your Pikmin videos, I found you through the Grub Dog video. Like I'm talking.
I remember you called me when that happened.
I called you on the spot. I was like, MJ, you're never gonna guess what just happened. The guy was still there. I was like, say what you just said.
the guy was just like, who is this random tongue that's on?
Who is random tongue? I was like, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure the guy was like, yeah, you were in the Pikmin Squared video.
It's truly one of my greatest accomplishments.
Anyways, yeah, no, that's when it really hit me.
I'm so thankful for that, because I'm having so much fun just making these videos. Like I said, I already started making another. So yeah, link in the description. Go subscribe to that channel if you didn't come from it, because I'm going...
Yeah, guys, go subscribe to that channel.
...to force MJ to promote the absolute living hell out of this video on their channel. So
it's funny how I'm talking about, like, yeah, most of my audience probably came from MJ's video because, or MJ's channel, because I'm gonna, you know, MJ's gonna promote my channel. So I was like, yeah, most of you probably came from there, but if you didn't, you should go subscribe. And now I have double your sub.
Oh, you know.
Don't bring it up.
If you didn't already come from that
size
channel,
doesn't matter, okay?
Size doesn't matter.
My sub count is average.
For those who did come from that channel, hi.
Dude, why am I so cunty?
Yeah.
I was just
what
thinking.
Else is there to really say? I don't think there's much else to really say. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye now. See ya. See ya.
Keep your real ones on speed dial. I like this. I like this. I like this one. This one's funny. This is funny.
Dog, cat, frog, sheep, cow, pig.
Yeah, but it's all the party members.
Yeah.
And all of them are in the corner. I love that. That's a great first video.
That reminds me of the phone from Crash Out Crew. Tip tap.
It kind of reminds me of Tip Tap.
No, that was a great first video. Which is why it's going in A tier. Welcome to the JGPanther tier list! Why isn't
Jabonon is a cat.
Oh, wait.
Oh, on the...
Wait!
Son. Okay, that's at least going in B tier just because of that.
No!
I'm just kidding.
No, we're doing a tier list of my videos now. Ruined the video forever. It sure did. It sure did. It sure did. So today, guys, I'm going to go through all my videos and explain why I think some are really good and others aren't. Okay, so here, we're going to go through the tiers, right? Peak Cinema, a must-watch, right? These are videos that I'm, like, so freaking proud of, and I'm like, you cannot call yourself a JGPanther fan if you haven't seen them. Like, it is, like these...
you're a LARPer.
Yeah, like you're literally LARPing. That's what that tier is. These are like the ones that I could talk about for hours, about how much fun I had making them, how impactful they were to me, all that fun stuff. Very Proud is like, I had a lot to say, I had a really good points, it was a great video that, you know, pushed my content forward. Yeah, this video came out pretty good. That's more of one that's like, okay, you know, I appreciate it. I really liked the video. I thought it went really well. I thought, you know, it did a lot for me. It was just, you know, it was a pretty good video overall that I love, and, you know, maybe as a JGPanther essential. Not bad at all. It's like, yeah, I don't really think about it much, but like, yeah, I mean, it's a video I made. It's definitely not bad. It's there. I've done far better than this. Is like, yikes, I like, why did I make that? This is probably where the worst ones are gonna go. Or like, maybe not why did I make that, but more like, man, if I could go back and like, I would have changed so much. Like, this one was not great. Bury it. I didn't make this one. Forget it exists. I don't know if anyone's going in this tier, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, chat. Are we ready? Let's do it.
I'm ready.
So, we're not going to watch every video, of course, but I do want to scroll through the videos as
when heartburn hits.
Also,
reach for
More
Tom's
money!
and
More
love
money! More money! Yay! Yay! Yay!
And I'll state what's important to you
What?
is important to us.
I said, okay, bro.
Well, I sure do. Let me ask you a question. How do you...
And look, it was the first real instance of let me ask you a question!
Oh.
Oh. How cute! Also...
Boy Advance and a Game Boy Advance.
Look, it's you!
Why are we using Fortnite footage?
That's SP.
Why
Functionally,
Why
they're
am I
the
Bleeful
same, but
Company Fortnite?
they have such different looks and feels. I prefer playing GBA games on my SP. Money is
okay, wait,
an
we need
interesting
to
thing,
we need to
isn't
hear
it?
the line.
We all depend on it. It's the root of all problems and the solution to most hardships. Everyone has a different relationship with money, from barely thinking about it to never knowing how you'll get it next. No two people will ever be in the same position regarding money.
No
However,
people.
one thing that it seems like everyone
look,
can
it's my
agree on is that money cannot buy happiness. But it can buy me a GameCube. The subject of money is and
I love
always
that
will be
line.
touchy. But at the end of the day,
That is
as
one
long
of the
as you're
best
smart
lines
about
of
how you
JGPanther
spend your
history,
money,
I
you
can't
know,
even
make
lie.
sure necessities are covered, spending your money on something you enjoy will never be a waste. If you can afford to blow $200 on a collector edition of a game, as long as you're happy with that purchase, no one has the right
The
to call that a
Fortnite
waste of
Battle
money.
Pass footage is
I started
actually
scripting
crying.
this video with
crying
the
me,
idea
dog.
that the answer
that was the point.
to this question would be extremely cut and dry. Of course, video game players waste money. Have you seen the prices on some of this stuff? But the more I thought
this is when
about
you were
it,
playing Hades.
the more I started to disagree with my conclusion. Yes, $300 for a game I've already played simply to own a version that I can't play is absurd on paper. I knew that when I bought the damn thing. And yet, I would sooner break my leg than sell it. It's important to me. Past financial value. I have an emotional connection to it. Which leads us back to the question at hand. Do video game players waste money? No. Honestly, who cares what I blow my paychecks on? You may consider it a waste as an outsider, but with all due respect, that opinion doesn't matter.
Yes!
You may consider it a waste as an outsider, but with all due respect, that opinion doesn't matter.
I love
If you find
I love that soundbite so much. With all due respect, that opinion
value in
doesn't
something
matter.
and you want to buy it, then go ahead. As long as you're not hurting people who financially depend on you or putting yourself in a bad situation, there's no reason for not buying something.
Yeah. I love this video. This is a really great video. The question is, where do we put it?
I think honestly, I think like next to Metopia.
I kind of agree. It's not bad at all. It's really not bad at all. I think I had a lot of good things to say. It's not in peak cinema, and I don't think it beats Metopia, but I think it was a great follow-up. I had a lot to say.
And I also think it has some of like the most iconic like bits
Yeah.
as well.
I mean, it was the real beginning
in the
of Let Me Ask
JGPanther
You a
cinematic
Question.
universe.
It was the origin of, with all due respect, that opinion doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, it was
it was
pretty
So,
big,
Nintendo
all
just
things
held a
considered.
direct, and we know from a tweet earlier this year that this was the last major direct for the Nintendo Switch. The next presentation...
Boy, that aged.
Wait, what did you say?
I said it's the last direct for the Switch 1, because the next one is gonna be on the next one's gonna be on Switch 2. And then for some reason they did the fucking April direct. Not April direct, March. Right before the Switch 2 presentation.
Before the April direct.
Yeah. In any case,
I'll definitely be watching this game as more is revealed and maybe pick it up when it releases next year. Hello Kitty Island Adventure was announced.
Oh, Neo! That game came out
It's Metroid.
like a few months ago, and I really want to play it.
Oh,
I didn't realize that was
completely
shown
forgot
at that
about it.
event.
I literally completely forgot about this one.
It's
I'll definitely be
it's
watching
one of the
this game as
few
more is
games
revealed
that's
and maybe
not
pick it up
it's
when
not
it
on a key card. It's one of the few games that actually has an official like
A
smaller
Switch 2
cartridge
release?
size.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
releases next year.
I was thinking
Hello
about getting
Kitty
it for
Island
my
Adventure was
birthday
announced.
in a few months.
Next, we got a good look at the next update for Among Us, a new Looney Tunes sports game. Any genre of video game the Nintendo Switch is lacking.
Dog, random tongue. We gotta look at the nice update for Among Us.
So did I mute it? Wait.
Definitive edition of this game. I'll definitely be playing this game with my dad once it releases, as...
Did you ever play this game with your dad? Have you ever played this game at all?
Nope.
long as it's affordable, since, you know, this is an almost...
No, Oh yeah, Mario Party Jamboree.
Most likely due to the fact that this game introduces 20-player online multiplayer. It's unclear how this mode will work, if it'll just be
It didn't.
Mario Party with 20 people, or maybe be in a different sort of gameplay style so that it works better. I don't know.
See
We'll
it
just
right
have to wait
there.
and see. Either way, I'm so excited for this game. But we can't...
We did get a lot of
calm
mileage
down
out of
too
that one.
much, because Nintendo instantly followed up that trailer with a brand new 2D Zelda.
I can't believe I got 3 videos
Wow,
out
this
in
looks
June of that year.
Wait, what?
Nowadays,
We
that's like...
play as Zelda? Yes, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is not just a new Zelda game.
This game was just alright. Anyways. Yeah.
Subscribers from the last video.
Oh yeah, Metroid Prime. Yeah, I mean, I did not need to make a video on that.
Yeah, I think it was just kind of a your channel was new kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't want to. I really don't want to put it in. I've done far better than this because it wasn't bad per se, but I think it's gonna end up being at the end of this tier.
Yeah,
But we'll keep it there for now. This one's really good. I like this one. I had a lot to say with this video, I think.
Mhm.
I don't want to like be super in depth on every single video we're looking at, but I think this deserves to be here. Because I really
Yeah.
liked this one.
It was also like your first like big hit, you could say.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It got yeah. At the time, this one did a lot better than Miitopia. And now Miitopia's surpassed the Wasting Money one. But yeah, this one was a big hit. This one I've done far better than this. I'll be completely transparent with y'all.
That's not even like a video though.
I mean, I counted it because it's public. I counted this. I didn't count best of 2024. And I didn't count anything unlisted. But otherwise I counted everything that's public. So. Hence why we're gonna see Pikmin trailers. Yeah, I've done far better than this. Looking back, this is the kind of thing that I would just make on a whim nowadays and would not upload. I would like maybe upload it unlisted and I would just like share it around with a few people and be like, hey, look at the funny little thingy I made. Back then it was like, oh, I put the time into making this, so I might as well, see if I can garner some traction from this.
It was also, again, like very, very new, kind of like
yeah,
I mentioned with the direct video.
5th video, so. So moving on, we got the GBASP one. So no, okay. I think this goes here.
Wait. What's wrong with the Pokemon one?
God, it's just okay.
Let me ask you a question. What are some of your favorite pieces of media? And how exactly do you interact with them? Are you a big member of the discussion of them online, or do you just sit and observe? Personally, I'm a part of a few infamous fan bases. As any Pikmin fan will tell you, we're a bit deranged. After 10 years of waiting for another game, the Pikmin community has been turned into, kind of a wasteland of memes and inside jokes. And the Persona fandom is, well...
Fiddlebert.
It's something, that's for sure.
Okay, that's a good bit.
I love that's a really good bit. This one was just, I had nothing to say in this video. Nothing at all. With my big thing with these, I had something to say. Which even, I might put this here.
I suppose.
But I had something to say with these. This one, random tongue, like obviously it's just...
Random tongue.
I think, now that I've revisited that, I do think I make some good jokes. So I'm gonna put that here, actually. It's definitely better than this.
I would put it over the direct one, though, because I feel like the direct one, there wasn't even any jokes.
And there's Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I just feel like I really didn't have anything to say. And also, the thumbnail's bad, dude.
Dedication.
A
random tongue.
I had nothing to say with this. It was a good idea for a video. And I actually...
which involve the whole...
Yeah, I had the...
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
from the eggs that I'm collecting in this picnic while I'm recording, you should put it on the screen. Thanks, future me. You're a G. Shiny Fuecoco! Oh my god, Shiny Fuecoco. I wasn't recording, so this isn't my full reaction, but Shiny frickin' Fuecoco. Yeah, Also, the Marvel Rivals beta gameplay! Woo! Thank you for sticking with me for these past few videos.
This is crazy.
I
You
know
played
since I
Strange?
uploaded last, I was away for a while.
You played
off at
Strange.
camp,
Yeah, 'cause this was-
learning
this
many
Dude, what
things
is your
that was fun.
positioning?
'Cause this was
What
the
is the
beta!
Adam's positioning? What is
I
he
have a few-
doing?
This is the
beta. The uploads will
Nobody
be
understood how
consistent.
anything works.
That's about all I really
Don't
have.
ma- in a
Make sure you
healing
like,
ult!
subscribe,
He ulted in
comment,
a
all that
healing
fun
ult!
stuff.
No, Rocket's ult didn't heal back then! Rocket's ult didn't heal!
Oh, yeah.
It really helps out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah. Dude. And this was back? Dude, and wait, what? How is my
Typed a
portal?
message
How's
in
my
all
portal?
caps.
No,
The
because
reason why-
Bro. Strange was my main for the
How's
beta,
my
remember?
portal?
Oh.
saying he typed
yeah.
a message in all caps and not just telling you what the message was is because Nightbot deleted
Oh
the
my god, I'm talking about Absol Blogs getting banned from your stream! Oh my god!
No, that's EB. That's 2 EBK.
Oh my god. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Okay, maybe it isn't that bad. I
would low-key swap the places of the direct video and the Pokemon video.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I guess. I'm not as proud of this one, because I feel like this is the first real one where I'm like, I have nothing to say. That hasn't already been said.
I mean, I just think that it's better than the direct video. So you could put it in that tier. I just think it should be above the direct video.
Yeah.
Because, like, the direct video, like... Yeah.
I like this one. Thumbnail bad, but I like that one. Because...
It was interesting. I haven't really seen many videos like that.
Yeah.
Out there.
Because I don't know, there's a lot of videos out there about like hey, watch as I refurbish this old video game system. But this wasn't that. This was me going, hey guys, I've never done this. Watch me strip this thing apart. And just
real.
I don't know, I found that funny. And like I broke the screen and had to order a new one midway through. It was unique for the time, and that is what I prefer to play my GBA games on now.
We are a very small startup, so...
Let me ask you a question. Do you guys think I'm gonna break this thing?
I did.
Today.
I hate embarrassing myself.
GBASP.
Oh man. Yeah, look at me go. Chat, look at me go.
Thank God.
Do 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 do
Yeah.
do.
It was a good one. I think we I like it here.
Yeah. That one, Princess Peach Showtime.
This is a good one. I like this one. I like that one. You like the Princess
I like
Peach?
that one.
You like Princess Peach Showtime? Yeah. No, I don't.
I think that's a yeah, this video came out pretty good, but above FNAF.
Yeah.
Or below it. Or
It did
I could
pretty
go either
well
way.
as well. I think
Yeah.
it's incredibly underrated. It is the one video to this day where I do not curse at all. So I suggest this video when people want to get into my channel, like when people in real life are like, "Oh, you do YouTube?" and like they're not like big like video game people, and they're like, "Oh, what's your channel?" and like, "Oh, I'm going to watch your stuff." I always go like, "Hey, watch this one because it's about Princess Peach. It's a character everyone knows, no matter what. I do not curse in the video, but I still have funny jokes, so it kind of eases you into my humor, and it kind of gets people that like my family members. Like if I show them this one, it lets them know what I do. So I still show this one to people from time to time. So I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
So Metaphor Refantasio. Yeah.
Wait. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a peak cinema must watch. Low-key, I don't know, because like the more we're thinking about it, I feel like the entire July 28th trilogy needs to be in peak cinema must watch.
We'll get there.
I feel like Miitopia has to be there.
We'll get there.
Even if it's not the...
I low-key...
Like, I think it should be at the very bottom of that, like it's on the edge. Because, like, there are a lot of issues with it, but it also has, like, the peakest JGPanther moment.
It does. No, you're right.
I feel like the entire trilogy has to be there.
We'll get to the third one.
Also, I'm really proud of that thumbnail. I made that thumbnail. I'm really proud of that.
I like that thumbnail. I like that one.
I like that one.
I love the Hey Pikmin video because it is like the prologue to Beyond Discovery, right?
Oh yeah.
It was my first Pikmin video, and so it did extremely well. It blew up my channel, at least, I mean, blow up, but like it got me from like 200 to 700 in like a day. So
yeah.
Did my channel blow up? No. But like this was when it started to take off. This was when it began.
Yeah.
And it, it led into hold on. I think the callback in this one is really good.
That bit too, where it's like, this is just a peak one.
This is a really good one.
For 125 years, Firestone has been building tires with one thing in mind.
It's a stain on the Pikmin series. Let me ask you a question. What do you like about video games?
Oh my god,
the unique
I forgot about that.
quality of them? Maybe it's a specific style of gameplay that captivates you. Maybe you just enjoy getting lost in a good story. Whatever it is, I guarantee that Hey Pikmin doesn't have it. Fuck you. So remember when I made...
I love that. The fact that this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the 9th video I've made, and I'm calling back to my first one and doing this kind
that video on Miitopia? Well, I mentioned that it was originally a 3DS game. And here's a fun fact. It was released the same day as a Pikmin game. That must have been the best day of my life, right? No. Hey Pikmin. Some call it mediocre, some call it bad. I call it my number one up. This game is not only my least favorite Pikmin game, it's not only my least favorite game, but it is a genuine stain on a masterpiece of a game series. But JGPanther, I don't think it's that bad. Shut. Hey Pikmin is a generic, lazy, lifeless 2D platformer that has absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the Pikmin series.
I love this video.
And yet uses its name to drag its
I think that's the closest to you I've ever been, and I've met you in real life.
Absolute betrayal of the series that I love so much. Its failure to capture the charm of the series, its failure to capture the unique style of gameplay previous entries have established, its failure at being a fun
I can't wait to play this for the
and how
marathon.
it almost dragged down the whole Pikmin series with it. This is not a regular Pikmin game. This is a leech. There are
I do think I low-key... I do not hate...
Did I just say I don't hate Hey Pikmin?
I don't hate Hey Pikmin as much as I used to. And I don't think I hated Hey Pikmin at this time as much as I made it seem. I played it up for the video. Now, do I think it's a good game? No. God, no. I still hate it with all my heart. But there are good things about it. There are good things about it. The music's pretty good.
The enemy design is pretty good.
That too. No, but oh, God. Oh. Part 2. Gameplay.
In quotes. Quote unquote gameplay.
And I like the conclusion.
Looking at the studio's track record, I'm surprised this game is even playable. I mean, it's barely playable, but still. Honestly, doing this research into this studio has slightly shifted my feelings from pissed the fuck off to just kind of sad. And still pissed off. It's clear that Arzest didn't mean to make such a horrible game. And it's clear that some of the people who worked on it had some genuine passion behind the project. Because, I mean, look at some of these enemy designs. They're really cool. But what?
Doesn't show
I
them.
had to wait 10 years for Pikmin 4 because Nintendo picked the wrong studio to make an unnecessary spin-off, which understandably sold like ass, and so the main series had to pay the price? Yeah, I guess so.
And I end on the same
that is
song.
the one thing. That is the one thing about Hey Pikmin that I don't agree with, and I don't know if this is really what the fandom believes nowadays, but at least with you in this video, is that I don't think Hey Pikmin is the reason why we had to wait so long for Pikmin 4. I feel like if we didn't get Hey Pikmin, it still would have taken the same amount of time. It's not like Hey Pikmin had anything to do with how long it took. Mainly because, like, we knew that Pikmin 4 was going to be a Wii U game. And then, because of, like, the failure of the Wii U, they had to move it to the Switch. But then, the Nintendo team that was developing Pikmin 4 got distracted with other stuff. I believe it was Mario Maker that they made, Mario Maker 2. And then they eventually got back to Pikmin 4. So it wasn't necessarily, like, a Hey Pikmin thing. I don't think it had an impact really on the series.
I
think
had
it was
faith in the franchise. I don't know.
I just don't think in Nintendo. It's not like what I'm trying to say is like it's not like in Nintendo's eyes they saw people didn't like Hey Pikmin, so we shouldn't make Pikmin games anymore, or like that was even like a thought in their mind.
I don't think that was
or
a
like
thought
that.
in their mind, but it
maybe we should wait until like I think they just weren't ready for Pikmin. The world was not ready for Pikmin 4 in like 2017.
Yeah.
The world is ready for Pikmin 5 in 2027.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is this title card so long?
Despite it all,
dude,
Pikmin is in a really good place.
Biology of the Grub.
Oh god,
It's
don't
my
even
favorite
remind me.
game franchise of all time. All 4 of its mainline games are in my top 10 games ever. Pikmin 4 is selling really well, and the future of the franchise is looking up. I'll be honest. The main reason why I made this video is because one day, I want to cover the full Pikmin series in detail.
There it is! There it is! That's one of the big reasons why I love this video so much. That was the first little inkling of Beyond Discovery. I already had the name Beyond Discovery picked out by this point.
Oh yeah, you had that picked out, I'm pretty sure, before you even posted the Metopia video.
Yeah,
you were talking to me about that, like,
I've had Beyond Discovery planned for a long time. And Hey Pikmin's gonna be a footnote in the Pikmin 4 video. Because, you know, Actually, I'm not gonna talk about that. Because you'll see it in the Pikmin 2 video. Actually, fuck it, I'll just say it. I will say, at the beginning of a lot of the Beyond Discovery parts, what I'm gonna do is I give, much like how at the beginning of part 1 of Beyond Discovery, where I gave the whole, like, inception of Pikmin and how it came to be, and blah, 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 blah. I'm instead of doing that, because I'm not just going to talk about the creation of Pikmin every time, I talk about everything that happened in between game releases as the intro to the video. So Hey Pikmin is going in the part 4, in the Pikmin 4 video. It's going to be like an in-between 3 and 4. Like, obviously, it's going to be mentioned. But I won't talk about it in length, and that's why I did this video, because I knew I was not spending time on it.
Because it means so much to me. but I don't want to have to waste time talking about this game once I get to that point in the franchise's history. Pikmin is in a spot now where we as a fan base can leave this game behind and forget it ever happened, and trust me, I want to forget this game. Hey Pikmin may be a stain on an otherwise amazing series, but it's clear that it didn't have the impact we feared it would have. And hopefully...
And that's the big thing. I think just being a part of the Pikmin community at the time and seeing... Like, it was just scary to think about, like, what if this was the last one? And that's why I hold so much resentment towards it, because as somebody who got Hey Pikmin on launch day and was excited for it and was so disappointed by it, like, it's just... It holds a really special place in my heart that I, beat with a stick every day.
With how well the franchise has been doing as of late, we won't have to wait too much longer for another game. Hey Pikmin is bad. It's really, really bad. However, that doesn't mean it has to affect my enjoyment of the rest of the series. It's clear that this game was doomed from the start, and while I may hate it with my entire body and soul, I can't deny that this series is in a good place, and the days of worrying that Hey Pikmin would be the final nail in the Pikmin coffin are over. So now I can move on to talking about what makes the rest of this series so great in the first place.
And the fact that this
is where I started
talking about Pikmin, like, I don't... Like, that's just...
It's kind of poetic in a way.
It is,
rest of this series so great in the first place. And if I had this much to say on a game that I don't like, then just imagine what I'm going to be able to say about some of my favorite games of all time.
Subtle foreshadowing.
Subtle foreshadowing. The 3-hour timer.
The 3-hour beyond discovery.
Whoa, it's the end of the video already?
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, it's peak. Anyways. Metaphor Refantasio. This was kind of just an in-between video, because I knew I was coming up on Biology of Grubdog Family. This one...
I think it's better than the GBA one.
You think?
No.
I was debating putting it below Pokemon. No, it's not.
No, it's a well-made video. It's just like
it didn't have a reason.
Because like a lot of your videos, they're not. Most of your videos are pretty like evergreen, I'd say. Like a lot of them you can watch kind of at any time, but I think like first impressions videos or like kind of like more news related stuff like
dated. Yeah, it's like, and I did not have. I had a lot to say. Like, I had a lot to say in the emotional.
But I still think it's a well-made video.
It's a well-made video, and I had a lot to say in the emotional aspect. And I think, I mean, I fucking talked about Israel in this video.
Wait, what? It's been a while since I watched that one.
We get it. You work hard, so get the gear that works as hard as you do. The Blue Business Cash Card.
He only could have gotten that idea from Benjamin Netanyahu. However you feel about the guy who made Hey Pikmin, Arzest, he only could have gotten that.
Starts, I just like to...
I forgot that's how I fucking opened. Why is there?
If you had to say one thing, about Arzest,
subscribers,
it would be.
At least that's what I wanted to say. But before I came
also, I was so sick when recording.
We already hit over 650. Wow. All joke about 100. I was doing this. The
650 subscribers.
So, I'm just gonna go for it. Let's hit 1K before the end of the year. That's the new goal. So if you're
okay, where is it? Where is it?
You definitely did that, didn't you? 1K by the end of the year, because you did the Grubdog
I
video,
did.
So
I
hit like 3K by the end of the year.
Instead, we focus on the monsters who brought them about. But isn't that what they want? The attention? Yeah, so instead of providing support to the families and friends of the people who lost their lives, let's focus on the humans responsible for this trauma and let the names of those people fade into obscurity as history forgets that these numbers and metrics once represented lives.
Yeah, I low-key got deep.
Naming the monsters of metaphor humans draws a connection to this idea.
He could
And I
only have
think
gotten
this
that idea
was
for a
the
bit of
point
it
of
in
the
Yahoo.
developers in using this naming convention.
Alright,
To
I'm
make
gonna go
these
fill my water
terrible
bottle. I'm
events in
listening
this
now.
fantasy world feel more real to a grounded audience.
I'm also gonna... I'll be right back. Mario 3 overworld theme. Hold up, I'm putting Ripley to bed, and then we continue.
He only could have gotten that idea from Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah.
That's it.
He only could have gotten that idea.
Only could have gotten that idea from Benjamin Netanyahu.
Okay, let's stop bringing up the Big Ben on.
The big Yahoo.
Okay, where is it?
Taken down, but if you've ever opened a history textbook, you know what I'm talking about. To even now with what's going on in Israel.
It shouldn't be funny. It shouldn't be funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. There's bad things going on. There's bad things going on. That shouldn't be funny. Oh, Instagram Reels! What have you done? Anyways.
Well, I mean, not even Instagram Reels, just the fact that, like, normally you're very, like, I don't know, I guess, like, apolitical. Like, you don't really talk about, like, politics or anything.
Yeah, I mean, well, I talk
that much.
This game, it related to that. And so I do...
Yeah.
I do say earlier, I have the racism!
Racism!
I flipped right to it! I flipped right to it!
Racism.
Here's a tribe with incredible hearing. Here's a tribe with incredible sight, and yet all of these people are considered lower class? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that this whole plot point is a metaphor for, say it with me everyone, racism!
Racism!
Instead of...
No, it's a good video, but it's dated, unfortunately.
It's one, because Israel, two, because...
Metaphor, yeah. Okay.
Also, just like, it was just a first impressions video.
I am about to go on blast for this, which is crazy, because technically my opinion should be taken as gospel. I made these, but...
What?
It's just okay.
I think
it did a lot for my channel. I am so thankful to it. It's really not my best work.
See, but neither is like Miitopia, but we still put that in peak cinema.
No, because Miitopia, I had things to say. I got emotional. This?
That's true.
I just kind of spout facts, and that's the issue to me. That's why I canceled the biology series, because I was not having fun. There was nothing new being said. I was just reading off of Wikipedia.
But I do still think that was a very interesting video. It was very new at the like. It wasn't something that anyone had really like done at the time, and I don't even think. I think nowadays people, still haven't really done something like it. I think like the amount that this did for your channel really can't be like this is probably the most important video for your channel.
Yeah, it really can't be understated. Because what is it at? Like 500K now? Okay. I inflate numbers so much, bro. Yeah, I had like 700 hours in Yokai Watch Blasters. Hello? What just happened?
I don't know. You just left the call.
What just happened? What was the last thing I said? What did you last hear?
It was right after I said like the amount that this did for your channel is like it's like the most important video.
I was basically saying like, yeah, it is the most important. And then I said like, oh, what is it at, like 500K views now? And then I checked and it's at 300K, and I was like, I inflate numbers, bro. And then I made a joke. I was like, yeah, I have about like 700 hours in Yokai Watch Blasters.
Yeah, and you had what, like 300?
I had like 200, yeah.
And I was like, it's probably like 200, dog. And
yeah.
No, but and I think it also came at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Because like
it's like
it was right before Flower White, and so you had so many eyes on your channel and on Flower White.
Yeah, and this is
I don't
when
think
I
Flower
announced
White.
Flower White would not be what it was. Would not be what it is without this video. But
So I genuinely think it is in peak
it.
cinema.
I hate being tied to it. I don't think it's in peak cinema. I don't like being tied to it. I think it should go. I'm gonna put it here. Because this
Hold on, you need to stream because I can't.
Oh, my bad.
I would have to look at the. Yeah. I think it should at least be in very proud.
No, I think I'm gonna put it there because these three videos, I think all of them were like kind of big moments where like oh, these videos actually did good and got me like a good amount of subscribers and really grew my channel. And this is kind of like the big one, but I'm much more proud of what I had to say in these videos. And that's my
I guess I can see that, and
that's my big
thing
here. These ranks are kind of reserved for videos where I feel like I got emotional. I had a lot to say here. What's up, homeless TM?
Yeah, I guess like I can see
right?
that.
Okay. I'm just like, if I randomly left the call, did it stop stream?
No, I went on the stream to check if you were, and that's when I saw that you were still going, and I was like, oh, let me.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah. I guess I can understand that because it is definitely the least important of the trilogy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's really a duology with like this being like the epilogue. Because this only spawned off of the little thing I mentioned in here.
Yeah.
But it cannot be understated how important this was. It low-key would pain me to put it. Because I personally think it's a must. It is kind of a must-watch. And there's also just a lot of problems with it, and like not problems that I can really.
I think it's a must-watch because like
there's still not much to say.
I feel like in a way though it was kind of another precursor to Beyond Discovery because of how much detail you go into stuff when it comes to Pikmin and how much you like care. And I think that was like a big reason why a lot of people liked it, was because you like.
Because up to this point, I mean, like, you had my Miitopia video. That was a big anomaly because I had the time to make this and I had a lot to say outside of just being Miitopia. But ever since then, it's been like, 17, 9, 15, less than a minute, 17 minutes, 18 minutes, 13 minutes, boom, 40-minute video. The minute I start talking about Pikmin.
Yeah.
And then boom, hour-long video once I start talking about Pikmin. 45 minutes. 3 hours, and this was 30, like, though, and also my video length has just gotten, like, basically half an hour is kind of like my minimum now. It's gotten more, my standards have increased. But yeah, I mean, like, I do get what you're saying. Like, yeah, my Pikmin videos have always been a huge part of my identity and, like, talking about Pikmin. I just have so much to say about Pikmin. And so, yeah, it is a precursor to Beyond Discovery. It's... And I do appreciate it for that. And I do think the idea of... like, just saying, like, hey, like in this video, I mean, the idea of just kind of being like, hey, this was cool, I liked this is a really good idea, but I'm burnt out, and I want to move on to what I really want to do with this series.
Yeah.
And really, and take a step towards, Beyond Discovery. Which is what I really wanted. And what I'm really, and it also, I'm low-key butthurt because, I don't know, this was my longest video on my channel for a long time. And I was kind of thinking, like, okay, yeah, long-form Pikmin videos, that's what does it. And so when I drop this 3-hour one, I mean, like, 10K is nothing to scoff at, but it's just kind of like, man, I wish all the attention this got went to this.
Yeah.
Because that is my best video. Like, I'm still gonna go in order, but I'm just telling you right now, this isn't first. Easily.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
We might have to make its own tier. The original Flower White trailer. I don't want to put it in very proud, because I don't know if I'm extremely proud of what was shown off here, just because everything, whether every sprite that was shown off in this trailer, whether I meant for it to be or not, ended up just being a placeholder sprite, because they all got replaced.
That's why I would kind of put it a little bit lower, because I feel like the second trailer is really like the first trailer. Like,
yeah. This is the teaser, and then this is like trailer 1 down here. I'm gonna say it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to.
Dude, I remember how freaking, like, upset you were. Or not upset, but, like, how you were like, MJ, do not say anything about the Switch 2 reveal. When I get home, I'm gonna react to it. And then it was just, like, a nothing burger reveal. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I was like, everything about it. Okay.
And, like, I didn't know how to tell you that without, like, ruining it for you.
We need
so
to
I just
go
kind
on
of,
to
like,
this
let
video.
you do
Let
your
me ask
thing.
you a question. Are you as excited as I am? So, Nintendo dropped this.
Okay. Because I'm just like...
Okay.
Ripley.
Yes, and then they're magnetic. Oh, that's cool that it's the colors on the side of the actual console itself.
That was the most excited I got, because everything else had been leaked.
We go to the Mario Kart part, though.
I mean,
I didn't realize that's what it would be.
my god! Mario Kart 9. Okay, Mario Kart 9 chat. Okay. So we didn't see what the C button does, but it's there. Okay, so I guess this is Mario Kart 9. Mario Brothers Circuit. Interesting. Oh, wow! Oh, the models look so different!
Why does Donkey Kong look like
It's getting
that?
docked. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, obviously it would have to work differently because it doesn't slide. Oh, I see. It doesn't have the sides.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yoshi's? Interesting. 2025, yeah, I mean this year, obviously. Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo Switch 2...
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking about it.
I find it funny that the most I reacted was at the colors on the
Shopping
sides.
for your next car? What about a sunroof?
What the fuck?
Are you shopping for your next car?
No, I'm not shopping. What about a sunroof? Anyways. Oh, wait, I didn't even talk about this one. I just placed it, and I was like, oh, I'm going to talk about it.
That's just peak.
It's so good. Holy, I love this video. I'm so upset that a lot of the quality got screwed up in it.
You know you
But
could be
I
vaping
love this video
formaldehyde, which is
so
used in
much.
taxidermy. Yeesh.
Piecing it all
When
together,
we first
JP
started
Morgan.
working together, I'm checking it
And this
every
was-
day. I'm like,
No. We do have to specify, I mean, this technically, but like this is kind of the beginning of like season 2. This is we're beginning 2025 videos now. So this is when stuff starts to get really good. I have a very different opinion and especially understanding of the franchise than someone who's only experienced Sonic 06. And both of those names I just listed aren't even the official names of those pieces of media. Those are just what fans refer to them as to differentiate them, because in actuality, both of these are just called Sonic the Hedgehog. No subtitle or nothing. At least Sonic Colors is safe. Wait. No. One subtitle was enough! One is enough! But of all these different interpretations,
That's
what's
a good
been
bit.
the most
I love that
inconsistent in literally every way is the games, which makes sense, of course, that's where Sonic started off, but it sucks because the thing is, it doesn't have to be this way. Sonic has had a pretty consistent story throughout the years, but what makes it confusing is how the games seem ashamed of themselves. I mean, after the debacle that was Sonic 06, it seemed as though everything just came to a halt, and since then, while steps have been made to get the story back on track, nothing in the series
Yeah. And then Shadow.
parts of the lore.
Who made the edit again? Wait.
It was one of my friends from
Lucky
high
it.
school that made it.
But as I'm
Yeah.
sure you can tell by now, this has recently
This was
changed.
before you were in college.
She actually goes to the same college as me. As us.
I did not know this.
I don't really like see her that much. I had one class with her in my first semester, but
Neato.
Due to the most recent game in the Sonic series. And ironically enough, it's not even a game about Sonic himself. That's right, baby! Shatter the motherfucking hedgehog! What?
the night core, bro.
Now, one thing I've neglected to mention up until this video
Also-
is a Sonic fan. I grew up in Hedgehog, okay?
This is my estate.
This is incorrect. I was actually 3. I was actually 3.
why'd you say 6?
Because I uploaded the video and then my mom was watching it and paused it and went, "You know you were 3 in that video, right?" I thought I was 6.
Then I pooped a bag.
From somewhere, it's idea for me. It's possibility.
And then it's just like the Twin Towers falling in the background of the news.
Shut the fuck up. No, but this, I had so many good
We have Sonic
jokes in
Adventure
this
2,
one.
and by extension, the character of
And this
Shadow.
is when I began a trend
So-
that I want to keep doing.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
He didn't appear in Unleashed, he didn't pop up in Colors, and then when we get to Generations, what does he say? You got this, Sonic? Then the next time we see him after that, he's just bullying some random guy so his likeness could be used in a war? What has become of my goat? Shadow just sort of didn't do anything in the Sonic canon for a while there, until just last year, which was dubbed the Fearless Year of Shadow, in which we were promised his appearance in the next Sonic movie, and a side mode featuring him in a remaster of Sonic Generations dubbed Sonic X Shadow Generations. Or at least that's what it looked like. Just some sort of side mode. Nothing insane. Yeah, guys, Shadow Generations is just a flat-out brand new game. And not just that, it's a whole entire love letter.
Yeah, no, it's a great video. I had a lot. Okay, I want this to be more of a trend. I do have a video planned for later in this year where I'm gonna do
Rav means roam anywhere
this
vehicle
again.
Or
And that's
rising altitude.
covering.
I don't know if I know about that.
Or
Covering assault.
rare animal vehicle.
Yeah, I know that's what you were. I know that's what you were alluding to, but.
It's like fruity, marshmallowy, sour candy.
I've only done it for
Promise to
this
Maria.
video
A promise
and for the
that he
Delta video.
can't keep. For her sake.
Yeah.
Every soft himself. And by Earth, were manufactured, brave-hearted, still simple as a weapon. Shadow went on him. Can you see all of me? Walk into my mystery. Step inside. Hold on for dear life. Do you remember me? Capture you, set you free. I am all of me.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, it's okay, I guess. No, but I like that one. Pikmin Squared. What are we thinking? Because I
think that's a pretty good one. I think that's an underrated gem.
Yeah, that is an underrated gem. That's a really good one. Fuck. Gem alert, gem alert.
Gem alert.
Here we go.
Let me ask you a question. What's
Not
your
just 'cause I
opinion
was
on
in
ROM
it.
hacks? That's a
Yeah,
broad
this is-
question
no,
that
but it
can
is a
apply to
really
a
good
lot
one.
of different games, so I think it's important to have a discussion on exactly how different people have interacted with ROM hacks. Me personally, I've learned over the past couple months just how amazing ROM hacking can be. The whole process is just one big passion project between people of a shared community just trying to create something fun out of a game that's already great. Working on Flower White has taught me this. Go watch the trailer, by the way, but sometimes it's easy to forget just how far people can take an existing game to truly make it their own. And no community represents this better than the Pikmin community. Some of the most amazing projects have come out of incredibly talented people, making Pikmin games completely different. In the wait between 3 and 4, these ROM hacks kept the community at bay and made for some amazing experiences. Pikmin 251, Pikmin 2 Power Cut, Pikmin 2 Kaizo, Pikmin 3 True Spice, and even some upcoming projects like Repick 3 Deluxe are all amazing experiences.
That's a great ROM hack. Repick 3 is amazing.
That
Now
have
it's
been created with
now
passion and
it's out.
creativity
It's
for
been
the
out for a
Pikmin
while.
community
Yeah.
by the Pikmin community.
I remember you
And
playing
those are
it
just
when
the
it
ROM
came out,
hacks
I
I've
think.
played.
Yeah, that's an
There's dozens
amazing
upon
hack.
dozens of fan projects out there for Pikmin that it's impossible to experience them all. Some of them are literally impossible to experience. But above all else, one creator has stood on top of the community as an amazing
Pick
developer.
Hacker.
Someone who has made some of
We
the
love Pick Hacker.
the letter and really and Pikmin's 2. Pick new
Wait, do you have
not
more
only
subs
as a
than Pick
remake of
Hacker
the
now?
original
Wait.
Pikmin, but as an entire art Pikmin.
Go back.
Someone who the original experience enemy, but however the quality is a which is a to release Pikmin about Pick Hacker.
Hey, look, Ma, I made it.
Okay, no, I don't. Very
8.88.
close.
Oh no, you're so close.
We still gotta play Endless Abyss 2.
Have you played it at all?
No, because it's Pikmin friend slop. Like, you're supposed to play it online.
Oh yeah, we got to do that.
You play as a Pikmin and you get yourself upgrades and you can change your type. It's literally Expedition Pikmin.
Legendary creator who made Pikmin 251, Colossal Caverns, Pikmin 2 4-player multiplayer, and much, much more. His most recent project to release being the long-awaited and heavily anticipated Pikmin Squared, which is a hack that
They're updating Pikmin Squared, by the way. There's an update coming out. They're gonna
what are they doing?
They're gonna add a randomizer mode for Louie's quest. And they're gonna, I believe the randomizer mode is also it's getting like a judgment system where at the end of your run you get a certain graphic based on how you did.
Judgment.
Announced over 4 years.
Hold on. Now we're just going off on a side tangent, but I do want to show you this. The fuck? Hello?
Minecraft backers is my viewer found my world.
All final judgments, yeah. It's not out, but
Go ahead.
Finish this update
Crank
after
the
over a year.
volume. We got you.
You suck.
Wait. Is it paused? I might be stupid.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. You know, it's gonna be good. But yeah, anywho.
Years ago, Pikmin Squared was initially proposed.
Okay, I want to get to the part where you come in.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, it's fellow YouTube content creator, Pikmin fan, and project lead of Pokemon Flower White, MJ the Shiny Hunter. What brings you here?
Why are you talking like that?
So, I mentioned earlier the fact that this whole entire game is playable with 2 people. And while I did play this whole game on my own first, MJ here joined me to replay all 3 modes and will be helping out in this review of the ROM hack. How are you doing, MJ?
Oh, thanks for asking. I'm doing
good to hear. Starting off, let's cover the remake of
Fucking
Pikmin
Kane
1.
Amazing
While the
Digital
opening
Circus
cutscene
op-ed.
hasn't changed, we can immediately see
it's
some changes.
My name is Kane!
First and foremost, the UI has been changed to the UI used in Pikmin 2. It's not too different.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good one.
Ship part is contained in a fiery Bullblax rather than a pearly Clamp, which is a simple change but an impactful one. Remember that up until this point, this hack has been a simple recreation of the original Pikmin. So seeing this Pikmin 2 enemy so early on, even if it isn't accessible quite yet, immediately sets the tone for the rest of the hack. Do you have games on your phone?
The second area is the Bounty of Grub, a remix of the Forest of Hope, with obvious changes such as the inclusion of bullbears and a gigantic pool of water that can be drained, and less obvious inclusions later on in the level, namely completely new enemies. So let's run through the area real quick just to see what's new. First things first, on the way to the back of the map,
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
spicy spray instead of the usual nectar,
Yeah.
which is another
For a randomizer, like randomizing the onion order, and some of these options are complete game changers that make the experience totally fresh, like being able to add purple and white Pikmin from Pikmin 2. You can also increase the enemy pool from what's just in the game to any enemy from Pikmin 1, 2, or Squared, as well as some brand new enemies that can only be found in the randomizer. You can even randomize the size, shape, and color of each Pikmin type to make you even more confused. The options truly are limitless.
But above all else, the one option that completely changes the game entirely is the Chaos Randomizer. This randomizer does not
There's the part
hold back.
where, like, I tell you to cut something out and then you don't.
Oh, wait.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think I do.
With all these different options,
Randomizer can get at times.
That we don't have something terrible. This does not look bad at all. This looks quite tame, I might add.
With all these different options.
This looks quite tame, I might add. Oh my god, PD Piranha!
Randomizer all the way through.
Is this it?
Simple remix of the final trial for the most part, but with a completely new final boss. And guys, I think this is the best thing in the mod. Meet the Ravenous Space Bunny.
For those unfamiliar, the Ravenous Space Bunny is either completely made up by
I'm correct. Ship parts, the final area is unlocked. The last course. Why is the garage door opening again? Who could possibly be leaving right now? I'm crashing out. It's a simple
Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Oh man.
I'm crashing out.
This goes here. I love this video. This is such a great one.
New Briar Sunday Swirls.
New
Our
Briar
classic
Sunday
vanilla,
Swirl.
Now loaded with brownies and chocolate sauce. This is
Yum.
Happy Sunday.
You've got control of your health. Now get control
Dude,
of your
revisiting all these
allergies
videos,
with
oh,
Zyrtec
man.
5 milligram.
Dude, I've been
Wait a
there.
minute, that isn't Mario. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever used a game console for something other than games? Chances are, most of you have, but maybe not in the
You don't want to know what I was doing on the
physical
3DS web
or
browser.
virtual tour of the museum.
What?
Depending on where you were. And
Dude, this is how the
luckily,
MJG
this
videos are
cartridge
gonna
could be used
be.
on any model 3DS.
What?
Luckily you were.
Wait.
And luckily, this cartridge could be used on
Random tongue, bro. Why is Miyamoto?
It's
Miyamoto!
No, I know it's
It's not a
Miyamoto.
random tongue.
museum, depending on where you were. And luckily, this cartridge could be used on any model 3DS, making this the only non-region locked game in the entire 3DS library. The game was not sold for long, but due to its physical nature, the game is still playable if you get your hands on a
I
cartridge.
have a lot of
So,
great bits in this. Like, there's this one.
continue any further, I would like to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, my mother. Yeah, so back in July, I mentioned just as a passing comment to my mom how it would be cool if I could get my hands on a copy of the game and take it to the museum with me. And when I say passing comment, I mean it. But she sounded interested, so I quickly just explained.
This is
You know what?
another
Hang
one.
on, let me just. Hey, Mom.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Thank you for what?
Now, what we all have to remember about this game is just how exceptionally rare it is. Don't forget, this was a game for one of Nintendo's.
Yeah, there's. Oh yeah, my face reveal.
Some sort of grand reveal, so. Now, how would I do a face reveal? It's gotta be something good. I don't know. Oh, mother! So initially, I was just going to cover my.
I love. Oh,
This is a good video. This is a good
love
video.
this video. There's this fucking.
The whole and then the
charge.
story
So what
with the
gives?
charger.
Yeah.
Well, turns out the adapter I had was a bit limited in its capabilities, so to speak. While the adapter could handle cords and devices up to 200 watts and 60 hertz, there was a clear label which stated that devices which used specifically 120 watts and 60 hertz exactly would not work with the adapter for some reason. And wouldn't you know it, that's the exact amount of power that a Nintendo 3DS AC adapter uses. And not only that, but all
Random
of my
tongue.
friends' adapters from entirely different companies
No, that's
all
one
had
of
the
my best
exact
friends.
same limitation. So this must be some sort of standard across
Who
the
is
board
this
that
random
I had
tongue?
no idea about. So now we face an extremely dire issue, because if I can't restore the system's charge, then all of this would be for nothing. So the way I saw it, I had three options, which you can sit down and go charge.
I know these guys type of battery on this chair to this is able to be limited battery the battery console that wouldn't actually be able to make this
I
video.
had this whole story,
all that progress. But did I let that stop me?
and then I
No,
did this.
I got that video out, and it did extremely poorly. I ended up fixing that Game Boy, and despite it all, this
Happy
3DS
birthday,
still
JG!
works.
Did you really think I
mean,
let
I
this
was
day pass
using it just a
quietly?
day ago. I'm not going to let some stupid outlet stop me from experiencing this game. No, my mom spent good money on this.
I love
Stupid
that bit.
outlet stop me from experiencing
My
this
mom
game.
spent
No,
good
my
money
mom
on
spent
this.
good money on this. So none of my other options worked. What now? You guys ever heard of the definition of insanity? I tried cord after cord, outlet after
I'm
people, not
tongue
lying.
gender.
One. Had
What?
The charger.
Look at the tree meters.
Twin. I guess, bro.
Sorry.
I guess, bro.
Version of 3DS. Well, none of them except for one. To my utter shock, there was a retro game store just 5 minutes away from the hotel, which there was no guarantee I would be able to get a chaperone to accompany, and in ancient my group's chaperone took me to the store and helped me
What?
purchase what I needed. I was genuinely surprised at how much this place had. I mean, they had hundreds of different games that I had to restrain myself from purchasing. Plus, the cashier was super nice and extremely helpful. And while in the end I only bought the charger because, yes, even I can restrain myself. Kind of. This place was still so cool, and if you're ever...
Yeah, so...
Me and the rest of the group, and all the shopping we did, seriously, thank you.
Yeah, and then I had the thank you for... I had the big thank you to the chaperone, which... It wasn't just
With
for the
mix-ins
charger.
in every bite and half the calories.
Yeah.
You know that,
Yeah, I know.
Alright, I genuinely, desperately need this to work. I desperately
I
need
loathe
this to work.
genuine.
Are we dead ass? We are, in fact, not dead ass. As you can clearly see, I was using the wrong charger. Not my proudest moment. Guys, I might be stupid. I'm so mad I wasn't recording that. And
Yeah,
Bill
and
says
then
it was made until
I had... You know, it was this.
is a
Oh, when you showed the guy.
Yeah, and he inspected my 3DS. I was like...
system is still being
I was
used
like, yeah,
in
it's hacked.
abundance
I didn't
to
say
this
that.
day in a place that otherwise has nothing to do with Nintendo. All in all, I didn't have much to say on this game. It's a rudimentary tour guide of one of the biggest museums in the world. It does its job and it does it fairly well, but in hindsight, what interested me the most wasn't the game, it was the people surrounding it. When I stopped to think about it, maybe the real rarest Nintendo 3DS game was the friends we made along the way. In a world filled with so much hate and malice, it's easy to forget what makes life
Not the
beautiful.
pick with 4 credits.
This trip was never
Brooke
about playing
clocks
the
that
rarest
instantly.
3DS game.
I have a twin.
It was about being able to share my interests in an environment that doesn't normally allow me to do so.
Also, yes, the
And
thing
it's
that you sent
simple
me, I did
distinction
catch
that was able to
that.
remind me why
Yeah.
I loved video games so much in the first place. It's about that connection. It's about storytelling. It's about the human experience.
It's about
I
sending
started
a
this
message.
channel to
I'm
share
so
those
excited.
things.
I'm so excited to do another video like this, like a trip video, because I also had like the sword thing earlier
Yeah.
on. I'm so excited to do another trip video like this for the Japan
But I got so
video for
caught up
July.
in the allure of such a unique experience and what content I could make off of it that I forgot to share in the experience with the people around me. What was going to be the highlight of this trip and the purpose of this video transformed into the least of my concerns by the end of the experience. Video games are art, but they're more than that. They're a community. In the same way that the Louvre keeps alive the art that it houses, people keep games alive by discussing and sharing in their stories. I was so worried by the fact that I might not be able to play this game, and I was so relieved when the problem was fixed, but I was so focused on the topic of the video that I forgot to look at what truly matters. Even in a foreign country, even when faced with a language barrier, video games still connected me to the people around me. Maybe it's a good thing that my charger wasn't working, because without that experience, I may never have realized what the ethos of this video was. Because even in unfamiliar places, even when faced with terrifying changes, it's art that connects us. It's the stories and characters that we care so much about that, in the end, allow us to put aside differences and connect as human
This
beings.
really is just
Art is
like
powerful
Connect
in that way.
Commune
And whether
Feet
that
Hatsune Miku
passion
by
gets
Flavor
displayed as a charger, a sword, a museum
I
tour
guess,
guide,
bro.
or just a simple conversation, it's that passion that matters most in life. Or, at least, that's my 2 cents. Good game or bad game, I think it's the journey to even play the thing that ended up impacting me the most. So, yeah, I did play the rarest Nintendo 3DS game, but more importantly, I got to play it with the people I care
You're a
about.
psychopath
And I got
who
to connect
begs
with
for
total
money.
strangers about the medium that I love. And
Sorry,
for
I just
now,
saw that right now.
that's enough.
I'm doing my daily persona.
Doing my dailies. Yeah, that's a good video. I really like that one. Okay, this one, not as impactful. Not bad at all. Bury it.
Random tongue.
I think these...
That I think is a very proud.
This?
No. Deltarune. I thought we were moving on.
Oh, okay. I was just saying, yeah, like, I think these are very proud.
Yeah, I agree with those. Or maybe even the tier below. Because I do think looking back, a lot of it was kind of just like...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
Like, random tongue, like...
I think it's better than this, but I did not have a lot to say. It was an excuse for me to do another cover of a song.
Yeah. And then copyright.
Yeah, and then copyright hit, and it's just... But I had some things to say, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of like... Yeah, I think it's better than this one, low-key, but, you know. This is a very interesting list, now that I'm really sitting down and looking at all of this. I did not expect this to be in, like, 5th. I mean, it might not be by the end, but, you know. Anyways. I've done far better than this. But it goes at the top of that tier.
Yeah.
I think bottom of this tier or top of this tier? For
I think top of very proud. Because it is just a trailer at the end of the day. There
Yeah.
wasn't any emotion. Like, that's what you said. It has to be about emotion.
Yeah.
Also, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I did make the music for that video.
Yeah, and then I proceeded to use that music for the direct, for the fake trailer, for the trailer that's gonna appear in the bleep.
Yeah.
I have a twin.
Yeah.
This is a great one. I think Expedition Pikmin as a concept was so cool. I think this video is kind of dated just because a lot of the predictions I made immediately became not. Like, for some reason, they gave us a free fucking update.
Even when you were making that, I was kind of like, twin.
I still think it came out really good. I'm still really proud of it.
I still think it's a good video.
I think the back half of it is why it's a really great video, because Expedition Pikmin. That whole concept.
Yeah.
But
college isn't just for the privileged. WGU makes higher education accessible.
Guys, this is where we go, actually.
It was different than anything I had experienced before. And it was
looking at dates of a month that hasn't even happened in the year we are currently in. Great for boss fights, as you could continuously bang against the enemy to deal quick, successful.
Yeah, I
hold down the button.
I like my idea for Expedition Pikmin. And I like how Pig Hacker pretty much made it in Pikmin 2 like a month later. And we still haven't played it. Alright, but where does this go? Low key? Is that crazy to say? Is that crazy to say?
I don't think that's crazy to say.
You know what else isn't crazy to say?
That, yeah, we don't even have to talk about that.
You know what might be crazy to say?
Yeah, I would say I
such
wouldn't
an
say that
underrated
it's
video. So underrated.
Yeah. I personally wouldn't put it above the Hey Pikmin one, but that's just me.
I just think my two best videos came out in a month of each other. Let that sink in.
Yeah, I mean, what does he want now?
I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you fucking eagle catching the baseball image.
Dude, I taught you that, and I was taught that by someone else.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know if you would like immediately catch that. That's what I was trying to reference.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, Beauty and Simplicity. I mean, we don't even need to look through Beyond Discovery. It's not even done yet, bro. Part 1, it's already
It's
like
Beyond Discovery.
It's Beyond Discovery. Normally isn't a big deal. It's so great.
See that a Wally Hop is still back, will considering playthroughs where you obtain this part on day 5. Although Pikmin 4
the fact that you can play through the entirety of Pikmin
that it
1
would take about a month
over the course of this video, just on your own, is kind of cool. Like,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Low-key, what I might do when I'm doing my marathon, I might just put this video on as soon as I start and see if I can beat it before the video ends.
Yeah, do that for Pikmin 2 as well.
No.
If it's like 12 hours of footage for the Pikmin 2 video already, bro. And it's gonna be a 3-hour video, so. In any case, no, Beauty and Simplicity goes so
let me
hard.
rephrase. Have you cry without knowing why? I don't movie or a book. When a character dies, those discover you.
Get up to $200
I
back
am
per
so proud of this
calendar
video
year on
because
eligible purchases made directly with Hilton.
First of all,
Terms
it's
apply.
so incredibly underrated. Like,
the road to greatness is long, but greatness isn't just forged from within. It has to be proven.
Unique narratives that are able to achieve exactly this. Stories that left me wondering why I was crying. Today, I want to take a deep dive into the beautiful art form that is subtlety in media, and how stories that can portray such raw emotion with little to no context are pioneering the future of digital storytelling. I'd like to capture even
it got me to
of how
talk about things other than games. I got to talk about one of my favorite music artists and one of my favorite shows. And I think I had a really good thesis for this. And I think I really hit it on the head with this, like, concept of just kind of, like, there's, beauty and simplicity. Like, I don't know, I hit it. I hit it hard.
With expectations
this is such a great video.
For an indie game, the fan base was
I think a big reason why I wouldn't say it's like second best is honestly just because like I like Alien Stage, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, it's good, but it's not like one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah.
5 categories at the Game Awards. This game deserves the recognition it's gotten tenfold. But one thing I don't see enough.
Yeah, I mean,
the game's.
I just think the idea of having like 3
less than 2
separate
minutes
things from
so
3
to
different
speak,
mediums.
but it's shown through context clues. Companies make
I think that's really cool.
I think it was a really cool idea, and I think
the show has a
I
ton
covered
of...
each in like such a great way. It's the kind of thing where it's like I could not make a video on each one individually. There's just too much to say.
religious
But
themes as well.
doing it this way,
I mean, one
it
of the
let
first
me
things
give
we
them
learn
the
about
attention they
humanity in this
deserve.
universe is that they forgot God after leaving Earth. So,
yeah, I mean, like,
one with no connection to its contestants. But the real story is told through the overwhelming love the people
Also,
involved had
girls
for
kissing.
each other. And that intense, piercing
This is
emotion
true.
haunts
Ready,
the
ready,
narrative,
ready?
shaping the series into something different entirely, masterfully making the viewer feel the love of the
I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm including that clip in my video.
characters without realizing it, making the tale all the more tragic. Whether it's on a first viewing of the series, when you're just as much emotionally invested as you are trying to unravel the story, or on a repeat watch, when you know the tragedy's about to unfold, and you understand why they're tragic.
Also, this might be a
some of
hot
the
take,
best
but Karma is the
writing
best song
Karma?
in Alien Stage. Yeah. Karma is the best episode.
It's definitely the best episode. I don't know about the best song. Karma's really
Honestly,
good.
I wouldn't.
Honestly,
I don't
the
know if it's the
more I
best song
watch the
either,
series,
but it's close.
the higher I think of the show's writing. And after doing the research for this video, I think I can confidently say this is one of my favorite stories ever told. Something about the unique method of storytelling in the series makes its emotional staying power all the more tangible.
And I think my point in the whole idea of, like, it gets better every rewatch because you know what to expect now, and you're slowly piecing together the story on your own, and that's the beauty and simplicity, and that's why it being subtle is really good, because it gives you an opportunity to rewatch it and all that. I think I had a good point
And I
here.
think it's this subtlety that
And then I
helps
got to
make
talk about
Alien
my
Stage
favorite, like,
a
music
key
artist.
pioneer in the future.
I did a lot with this video, I think. I mean, first of all, girls kissing. Second of all, this is the first video I've ever had to give, like, a trigger warning in. Because, I mean, stomach book. Like,
of digital storytelling.
I mean, like, Olimar wasn't doing any of this.
Yeah,
But let's move on to something a bit more personal. Alien Stage and Silksong are both great narratives with wonderful world building. But creating a fictional world with parallels to real life isn't the only way to
I
make
love
your
this
audience
video.
feel something. Even just a
I
real
think
anecdote
I wish it had some better, like, tighter editing, because man.
to remind others of the
I
world
wish it was
around
better
them
at editing.
goes a long way. There's no better piece of art to represent this idea than
Free hypocrite who painted wounds on my skin, who make me sick, sick, sick.
So, I debated for a long while over whether or not I wanted to cover this album, and there's two main reasons that almost kept me from making this section of the video. One, this is an album. It's a lot easier to discuss a game and a show on YouTube than it is to discuss music, because YouTube's copyright system will breathe down your neck and demonetize you the moment you dare to play a song
feel like I'm
for
not
more
as-
than
I'm
half a
not as-
second. Even for
Big of a fan as Goodnight, Hypnopop, but like Fukona Girl in particular is like that is absolute peak 10 out of 10 cinema. The rest of it I think is pretty good, but I'm just not as into it.
Yeah.
But that
And-
song in particular is like peak 10 out of 10
Oh yeah, and
cinema.
I do a lot. to
Yeah,
talk
I
about
remember.
it as well in this video, and
for songs which aren't even copyrighted in the
I
first
think
place.
the big reason
And
why I'm not as big a fan as the rest of it is because I think a lot of, especially in this album, a lot of the music is very similar, and I feel like Fukona Girl it's the first one in the album and also just like does it the best in my opinion.
yeah. But I also love the other ones, like Bambi and 666. Did you see the "But Not For Me" music video that came out? Holy peak!
I did not see it, but you're gonna have to send it to me.
The animation is so good.
I don't know if this is like a hot
Goodnight
take,
Hypnopomp
but I
is
feel
no
like if you're gonna
different. I've tried
release
to
an
use a song from
album,
this-
if you're gonna release an
Kevin
album
Brink will do
nowadays,
anything to keep
I
the
feel
optimal
like
advantage to
it either
herself.
has to like
Optimum
have
nutrition.
it has to, like all the songs have to feel pretty unique to each other, or they have to tell some sort of like story within the album as a whole.
There will
And
be a
I know
timestamp.
that like this one does to an extent, but not really. At least from like what I gathered.
on
I don't know,
screen
maybe I'm
now.
missing
That
something.
being said, I won't be going
I
into the
mean, I don't know. This is something to talk about more off stream. I low-key,
songs like
Stomach
But
Book is
Not
probably
For
one of my favorite artists. I also hate that I had to do this to like avoid copyright.
Who is this random tongue?
story.
Also, I
Read
didn't
Love
have anywhere
Bullet.
else to put this, but read Love Bullet. It's so good. It's literally my favorite manga ever. Please read Love Bullet. Please, please, please read Love Bullet. Please read it. It's so good. Go watch more of my videos. Watch the Pikmin 1 retrospective. That's like my best video yet. Okay, goodbye. See ya. Merry Christmas. Oh, man. Oh, random tongue. Fuck you mean 3 days ago? It's happening right now.
Did you schedule it 3 days ago?
I set it up 3 days ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of albums, Flavor Folly, dude, I can't wait to talk about them in this September video. Oh, okay. Anyways,
what? I didn't even know about that.
You know, I have it planned for the rest of the year.
I don't.
I'm
going out the seat of my pants. Who is this tug all video? Why are you putting it that high? Yeah.
Yeah. This video came out pretty good. I'd say
I would put it in very proud because I think it's a
it's unique.
like the ones that are in this one came out good. I can point out problems in it, but this one there's not really any like problems with it. I think it's good. I would put it above the predicting Pikmin.
Yeah.
I put it there.
Yeah, I also I like this one because of all the Let me ask you a question. I said art make a fire dating. I came to what this Reddit had designed this last place it I guess let's just start. Coming in last places, regrettably, no introduction, which is exactly Sakurai as developer and the Kirby franchise. I think this game did.
Could I do this? See, it's
See,
real.
it's real. Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, I love all the funny little sound effects to bring it much.
Yeah.
Earn 150,000 points and experience more.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Time loop theory.
That's a peak cinema must watch.
Yeah, time loop theory is great. I don't know. Before or after Hey Pikmin is the question.
I say after. I like the Hey Pikmin one. Hey Pikmin is like the peak of like JGPanther season 1.
Yeah. And this is the peak of JGPanther season 2. And this is like the finale of JGPanther season 2. And then I'd say this is the peak of JGPanther season 3 so far.
Yeah. Well, wait, what else? Has anything else come out for season 3?
Masahiro Sakurai.
Oh, yeah.
And also update video. Duh. And if you want to count these. Speaking of which,
the April video.
This one's just fun.
Honestly, I put it at the top of this video came out pretty good.
This
because I feel like it's really good, but you can't be like I'm very proud of this.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, like, I mean, I am proud of it, but like, yeah, we definitely can't put it there. But like, this was really fun. Oh, I had so many great bits in that one. His forehead. Who's at number 9? It's this alien girl from a distant planet. Petunia from Pikmin 4. She doesn't do much except talk about onions. The real reason she lands at the number 9 spot is that she randomly lore dumps useless information that the community has never once brought up since Pikmin 4's release. What a real one. Numero ocho. The Empress Bullblacks. She's attractive and is the size of an average human mother. She's another later me edit that out. Please edit that out. Also edit out all the Discord notifications. I don't know what's going on. Okay, 3, 2, 1, another take. She's another character that doesn't do much.
I love this. Oh, wait.
7, of course. What's next? 7 of winged Pikmin from Pikmin 3. These Pikmin are pink, which is how we know that they're women. They also...
and the fucking windows, hold on.
7 of winged Pikmin from Pikmin 3. These Pikmin are pink, which is how we know that they're women.
I love this video.
It was hard watching this with one hand.
Pin of shame.
Did I comment on this?
You must have, right?
Maybe I didn't.
Did you ever watch it, maybe? I did
watch it. I remember watching it. I watched the whole thing.
4. The fiery blade. Only we can see her take win. Next up is number 3. What's better than a hospitation with a defined personality? How about someone with 0 personality? Yup, the player character from Pikmin 4. Hubba hubba. What a stud. I have 0 explanation for this choice, bro. I'm writing an April Fool's video that no one is gonna watch anyways. Number 1, 2. Dare you. This man can eat, is as strong as Olimar.
Anyways. The Pikmin
Another direct. I think that's a very proud.
It is, yeah, it definitely is. I don't think it's as impactful as the
I put it towards the
trailer.
bottom of that tier.
I think, I like that. I think this is a good ranking of my videos. Holy shit, we've been here for 4 hours. It's almost midnight.
We did it.
We're about to cross the barrier into it not being the anniversary of JGPanther anymore.
Happy birthday, Daniel!
Just checking my shit on stream. Alright, guys. Let's listen to Flavor Flav.
Bro!
No, I'm kidding. Well, for all 1 people here, I hope you all enjoyed. This was really fun. I've got a lot more planned, a lot more coming up for the year. For the rest of JGPanther. We are by no means slowing down. This channel is just getting started. But it was cool to take a look back at the past as we push forward into the future. Take a look back at where we started. And just appreciate what we've done. I think those 7 videos up in that top tier. I think
the 7.
The 7. I think there's some of the. I'm really proud of them. I'm really, really proud of them. I think they're some of the best things I've made. I have a lot to say in them. Really, really laying it out like this. It's, I've made a lot. A lot that I'm proud of. MJ, how does it feel to be the big guest star on the 9th best JGPanther video?
I deserve all royalties.
And on that note, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. If you should subscribe. Can you tell I'm not great at talking without a script? I just find it funny that the Switch 2 video is in Barry. It's just the one random tongue, bro.
Bury it!
Bury it! Alright, goodbye everyone. Have a good night. And I will see you.
Bye, guys.
I will see you in Beyond Discovery Part 2 later this month.